What's going on, people? This is Late Night Talk with Reverend Larry. I am your host, Reverend Larry, and I got my co-host, Deacon King Ace, with us tonight, man. Look, we got an exciting show for you guys. And, man, the weekend is here, and we are live.
When the weekend turns to Monday and the clock strikes 9, we're bringing you a message that'll stand the test of time. We got the wisdom in the building, keeping everything secure. A late night conversation that is positive and pure. Turn your radio up, tell your family and your friends. This is where the true community connection begins. It's a place for inspiration, it's a place for real talk. The most uplifting hour on your late night walk. Trusty Sean P, Deacon King Ace, and your host, Reverend Larry. The mic is live right now.
My man be going off on that trumpet, bro. He be going off on that trumpet. You gotta admit.
Nah, he be killing it.
Man, my man be going off on that trumpet, bro. Hey. Welcome everybody, Late Night Talking with Larry, man. Look, it's Friday. We're here. Blessed to be alive. It's blessed to be seen and not viewed. Had a very emotional week. Last Friday we lost one of our dear players, Eric Boyd, and man, a very emotional week. And we want to send a big shout out to his parents, man. Eric was an outstanding. We shared some of his stats last Wednesday, and just the last four games of the season, man, he was just unreal on that court, man. I think the last game of the season he was 28 and 14. In the game before that, he was 28 and 12. Like, it was just, the kid was. He was just that, man. It was his fourth year in the league, fourth year playing with us. And, man, definitely going to be missed. Huge shout out to his family. We were able to spend some time with one another this week. Beautiful family, man. They came out and represented last night. Memphis was definitely in the house. And big shout out to the Boyd family, Eric Boyd Jr. and Tasha Boyd, his parents, his cousins, his brothers and sister, and host of aunts and uncles and cousins, man. We were all gathered in one place, just honoring your boy. Great young man. So we'll salute and start the show off and honoring him on tonight.
Quiet now, the storm has passed away, and I'm standing in the shadow of a bittersweet today. I didn't wanna let you go, I Prayed you get to stay, but I can hear the heavens whispering your name. No more fighting with the valley, no more walking through the rain. Traded all the heavy weights for a joy that will not fade. Heaven has gained an angel, and my heart is heavy here below. Heaven has gained an angel, but I'm comforting my soul. You're resting now, right in the bosom of God. You're resting now, right in the bosom of God.
Man, I'm talking and my mic on mute. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, truly shout out to Eric Boyd. Man,
I was literally messaging you right now.
right. I'm like, man, I'm sitting. I'm like, whoa, okay, my mic mute. That's what's up. But nevertheless, it's truly gonna be missed. One of my top players had a staff meeting. Huge shout out to his parents, Tasha and Eric Boyd. Um, had a staff had a meeting. We went to BW3s last night after the service, and man, I shared with him. I'm like, man, we're not even gonna try to worry ourselves and find somebody to fill that hole, to fill that void. We're just gonna have to do it collectively as a team, because it's a rare talent. Finishing the season, one game, I think he had 24, 28, and 14. And we looked up the stats on Wednesday, some of his stats, 28 and 14, 28 and 12. Like that's what we were going, that's how he was playing going into the playoffs. So man, I'm not man, I'm not gonna yeah, we're not gonna go out and look for somebody to fill that. We got a nice roster right now. And I think collectively, it's gonna be emotional season. But I think collectively we can definitely pull this thing off. And man, look, it's Friday. How's your day started so far, Ace?
Man, my Friday has been phenomenal. I've had quite a few things to take care of on the parental side and the physical side. I've been up since like 4 or 5 this morning, so I went ahead and did me a nice little workout, and I've been running errands all day. I've
Oh
been running
man,
errands
look,
all day.
y'all got on to me about the 2026 finals watch party. That we'll have a new sign on.
Yeah, we did kind of discuss that because
Yeah,
2026 finals over
we
with.
have a
It's
new.
probably gonna be like, what watch party y'all looking at?
Right.
Over
Right.
with. You're talking
Well,
about FIFA? That's a NBA.
right. We'll definitely have that updated on Monday. But nevertheless, man, tonight. So we've been going back and forth in the chat, y'all, and this is what we come up with. Like we were, I don't know if Trustee. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Trustee Sean P gonna get on, but we've been going at it since what 2 days now straight. Who really wanted to look at it here?
Non-stop.
And 20 was it 2003 and 2004 season, I think. Um, who won that? So that's what we're gonna talk about that tonight. And also we have a special guest, the owner of Maximum Basketball League will be coming in and talking with us here in about 5 minutes. But man, we big shout out to everybody that's been listening to us and been watching, man. We thank you for your support. And we just going from here. We're gonna grow from here. Humble beginnings, as they say, man. You know, um, They got my old name out there, the sequel. I see that. Oh man. But no, humble
Yeah.
beginnings, man. We just thank everybody for their support and everything. But a lot of games been playing in the WNBA. Um,
Mhm.
it's a pretty good game tonight between Golden State and Atlanta. I want to say
Mm.
it's probably in Golden State. Um, it's they play 44 games, so we're like almost kind of sort of almost at the halfway point of their season. But this free agency, man. Have you heard the latest on LeBron yet? I mean, you
No,
should
no
be
one's picked
excited.
up his like. I mean, no one's picked up his option yet. As far as him choosing where he want to go,
Well, I mean, you should
and
be excited what the rumor is right now. That's why I'm
I mean,
specifically asking
it's
you.
a rumor, but he's had plenty of
Oh, so
time to
you
go
heard
back
it.
to Miami, and he's chosen not to. So I don't really feed into it. Even the first time he went to Miami, I wasn't as excited as everyone else was. But
Yeah, but
what was supposed to come to fruition did happen. So I can't sit here and act as though, oh man, my boy was able to get two more championships with LeBron at the same time. But I like to see those guys compete against each other. I like to see the best of the best compete against one another, not
yes,
team up.
yes,
That's
yes.
me though. Like everyone doesn't have that same way of thinking, and that's fine. That's cool. But to see it happen like it did, I mean, it happened. They allowed basketball to be great and phenomenal as it was when him and D Wade were doing their thing in the league, and had guys scared to guard them and didn't know how they was going to guard them because you had
Right.
basically had two slashers who didn't care about taking threes. One would take jump shots, another one was a willing passer in LeBron. So I mean, it was a phenomenal game to watch. It was beautiful basketball to see. However, to bring back a 42-year-old LeBron with the Giannis, a young Bam, and an uncertainty of pieces that we don't know, because technically LeBron and Giannis need the same type of personnel for them to succeed. If you
Yeah.
think about it, they
Yeah.
both
Yeah.
literally need the exact same type of personnel, because LeBron has become a phenomenal shooter over his career. But coming into the league, he was not that. Giannis is still not a really good shooter. He'll get you a nice, some good buckets between 3 to 7, close to 10 feet from the basket, but not really
Uh
10.
huh.
But if we're talking about the landscape of what they need collectively, both of them, they both still gonna need shooters. And so from that, we have to look at the downside of it. We'll be very,
Hmm.
very top heavy, but we won't have any shooters. We won't have any reliable guards in Miami. 'Cause since I am a Heat fan, and I'll openly admit that on these airwaves, since most people don't know that who's listening to us. Um,
That man
yeah,
love
I'm
him
a,
in
I'm a
his.
Heat fan. So
Yeah, he
bringing
love him
LeBron
some
back to
heat.
Miami. Say it again.
I said, yeah, that man love him some heat, man.
Look, I've been a Heat fan because of D Wade. It wasn't because of nobody else. D
Right,
Wade.
right, right, right. Respect,
So
respect,
so
respect.
at the same time, I mean, LeBron coming back is going to be the same thing that it was the first time around. It's just he knows what he needs, and there's no way that they cannot get him what he needs. But now you have two players who play the exact same on the team, like to play downhill.
Ugh.
It's just LeBron's much older now to play downhill. It's just a little bit different, but I'll leave that to you.
And man, look, we got the poll out there. Answer in y'all opinion, who won, who really, and notice what we're saying. That we're not asking who won. We know who won, but we want to know who really won. And we got some pointers to to put out some. And that's why we went on Sean P, because man, Sean P was, you know, he took a stance, we took a stance, and you know, and you know, now your mic mute, King Ace.
My apologies. Yeah, and we don't want to make it seem like it's one sided. We want to get
Right,
everyone's point of
right. We
view,
want to get
because
everybody's point of
because
view.
even though we agree, there may be a part of it that we don't agree on. So we at least want to get the other side who actually
Right.
agrees that who did win the Rookie of the Year in 2003, 2004 was rightfully so have earned it.
I keep hearing, supporting cast. I keep hearing, uh, injuries. I keep, that's one of Sean P's arguments. But it amazes me how everybody discount uh Ricky until
Mm, mm.
huh?
Oh, I'm listening.
You
I'm
know,
following.
you feel me? You
I'm
understand what
following.
I'm you picking up what I'm putting down? Everybody was like, man, Ricky, who? Oh man, Ricky wasn't. You feel me? And now, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro.
See, when
I
when
just
Boog when Boog was on Wednesday, and he brought up that plus minus. The time that LeBron spent with Ricky Davis compared to the time he spent with D Wade was just unfair because Ricky Davis wasn't there the entire year when LeBron came into the league, while LeBron played 4 legitimate seasons with D Wade, not including, you know, not including the Olympics, not including All
yeah,
Star Weekend, not including FIBA, not including any of that. So that was really an unfair position for him to take. But that's what I was
yeah,
trying to explain to him. But he wasn't trying to understand where I was coming from.
yeah, yeah, man.
So the plus minus in that regard, your favorite stat wouldn't even benefit him. It wouldn't benefit him at all. Not
it
even a
wouldn't
little bit.
it wouldn't benefit Bron?
No, it wouldn't benefit Ricky Davis because that's who
Ricky
he was speaking
Davis.
about
Right, 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 right.
in comparison to D Wade, who was scoring 25, 26, 27, 30 points in his
Right,
career
right, right,
compared to
right.
Ricky Davis, who he said scoring 22, but that's not an actual average that he scored with LeBron. You can't even put
Yeah.
that on him.
Nah, no.
But D
I
Wade
like
has the actual numbers to support the
yeah,
part of the conversation I was having, but
right,
I digress to that.
right, right. But I mean, so the unique thing is the makeup of the team. Like, bro, they both were terrible in 2002, 2003. Hence having a the top pick, an opportunity to get the top pick.
and
both
and you
teams
are
were
and
in
you are
atrocious.
referring to LeBron and Carmelo being drafted by the Cleveland
Yes,
Cavaliers and Denver
yes,
Nuggets. Gotcha.
yes. Uh-huh. I think it just went against the narrative of what the NBA wanted. Hence us having this great debate. Nike invested so much money in him, and it's just not it's not the narrative that they wanted to sell, and that's understandable. I mean, that's highly understandable. But it's just at the end of the day, you gotta. I mean, it's facts, bro. You gotta put the facts out there and leave that marketing strategy alone. Which honestly, they've done that, in my opinion, even with the MVP. The winner of MVP. I don't think they like the Houston market, but there was once upon a time when I think James Harden should have won MVP that year. I want to say 2018, either 2018 or 2019, whatever year they gave it to Russell Westbrook for averaging a triple double.
That
I
had to be
honestly,
seven. That had to be 17 because James Harden did get it in 18. He did get it in
he,
18.
he
That was
did
a
get
year.
it 18, so that was
Yeah, that
17.
was a year that they lost to Golden State.
Yeah, 17. He should have got it in 17. Also, because of the obvious.
But
So,
but you, but you know they do these makeup awards for these players as long as they do what they did the year before again or somewhat in the area, then they give it to them. Like, same thing with Joel Embiid. One of those years that Jokic won it, Embiid was actually
yes,
supposed to win it. He didn't.
that year before he won it,
So the year, yeah, exactly. So the year after he ended up winning it,
and
and
he didn't
then
even have
we
that
have,
kind of season.
and then he didn't even put up the same numbers he did the year
Right,
prior.
right, right,
Same thing with Wemby in the Defensive Player of the Year. They didn't want a rookie winning the Defensive Player of the Year, so Rudy Gobert won it. Then the second year he got hurt. Then this year he ended up winning it unanimously. Like, come
right,
on.
right.
All of his defensive stats were well above Rudy Gobert's. There's just a narrative that the NBA is trying to keep,
Right,
pushing,
right.
which
Yeah.
is cool. But if we're gonna be fair, let's be fair.
Well, man, look, we have my man, Aramis, the owner of the Maximum Basketball League, is with us on tonight. I tell y'all he'll be on, and man, it's good to have you with us on tonight. Mr. Aramus is in the building. How you doing,
That's right.
sir?
Good. In the building, in the car, all of that. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Everybody in the audience, appreciate y'all. I'm doing good,
Man,
man. How y'all doing?
man, we're blessed. We're blessed. We had a fiery topic, man. Who did you think, before we get off into your interview, who do you think who really won the Rookie of the Year 2004, man?
So, man, I'm somewhat biased,
Uh-oh.
and so yeah, I'm
Uh-oh.
biased. I'm gonna tell the truth. I'm biased with this one, and
And
I'm gonna
that's
go
all that's
with
all we want, brother. That's all we want.
yeah. I'm gonna tell you who it is. It's Carmelo.
Ah, okay.
Okay. And
Okay,
and
why
what and
you
what
why
what
you
allowed you to come to that assessment? Like, because we've had some, not Rev and I, even though we may not agree on some points, but some of our counterparts and other co-hosts may not agree on some parts. What have allowed you to come to that assessment? And this is your first time being asked this question. We want to hear it.
Yes. Yes, actually, because when I saw that topic, I was like, I've never seen nobody really ask that question before between Melo and LeBron. But like I said, I'm just being honest. I'm biased. So if you gonna make me pick, the hater in me is coming out, and I'm gonna say Melo. And I say that because
the hater?
hey, I'm being honest. I'm hating. I'm a hater, and only for this. And let me tell you this: I love LeBron off the court. I feel like he does a lot in the community
Yes.
for people. I mean, shoot, to be honest, I think that's why he's going bald because he's stressed out because there's so many people. Hey, can I have this? And I think I'm gonna be honest, I think he has a good heart. I think he's really trying to help people and he's using his platform to really help people. Now, on the flip side, because we're talking about basketball, on the
Yes.
court is my biasness where I'm like, okay, bro, you 6'9", you don't have a killer mentality. And it may be, I don't know if it's the media's fault for hyping him up to be the next big thing and be the face of the league because maybe he just wants to play like Magic and just be chill and pass the ball. But when you don't have a killer mentality at the end of the game, especially growing up, like for me, growing up in the Jordan area, or excuse me, Jordan era, and then also in Chicago, to watch all of that and to understand what a killer mentality looks like, and then you have Kobe afterwards, and not just them two, but the people before them, like the Isaiah Thomases, the Larry Birds, all of those
Yeah.
people who had killer mentalities at the end of the game, the Charles Barkleys, the Kevin Johnson. You can name Clyde Drexler, even though he was quiet. You can name so many people, and I'm just like, man, where is that at 6'9"? Right? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if you got somebody 6'1" guarding you and you don't want to take advantage, that's why I'm like, I just it irks me. So I was a big fan of his when he first came into the league, and I was a fan all the way until he was like, I don't know, somewhere mid season in Miami. I kind of stopped being a fan of his as far as playing the game. But as far as what he does off the court, which to me that legacy carries a lot more weight because his kids, he's showing he's a family man. Things he's a good role model from what I can see. I give him that. I give him that all day.
Yeah. I like how you're able to use common sense and know how to separate a good character and a good ball player, which I mean he's great at both.
Absolutely.
Um, you know,
Absolutely.
um,
Yeah, he's still good. No, he's definitely a
yeah,
great. You're right.
yeah, he's
He's still a great
yeah,
ball player.
yeah,
It's
he's a
just little
great.
things that I'm like, I need him to. You don't pass the ball to Rondo in the three for a game at the end. We ain't seen Rondo do those type of things. You don't pass Rondo
Right,
the ball, at
right,
the end of the game. You don't do that. You take it. That's the mentality I want to see him have. Even if he runs somebody over and pick up a charge, I'll take that. At least you're trying. You're letting the other person know, hey, don't. You're not gonna stand here
yeah,
next time because it's gonna hurt you.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're gonna get these knees, right?
That's
I
right.
knees in hey, no real man like knees in the chest, knees in the neck, man. I don't know, I don't know
Yeah.
what real man does, but
Yeah.
but my thing, I'm 50 plus, so of course I grew up in the Isaiah Thomas like yourself, the Isaiah Thomas, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you know,
Right.
uh, I got the tail end of Dr. J's career. Bob McAdoo, those boys, they had that, Walt Frazier, they had that mentality, like you said,
Yeah,
and it wasn't just Jordan that had it. You had Larry Bird,
correct, correct.
you had Magic Johnson, you had all those guys, who had that gene, who was a finisher.
Correct.
Although Magic was a point guard, there are several games. The baby hook that ended the Celtics. Yeah, several games where he took
Right.
the last shot, So um I grew up in a different era. And so when Michael retired finally from the Wizards, then of course it was Kobe's turn, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and when Kobe took it over, man, I was disappointed. I was disappointed when Kobe went on his run and LeBron couldn't fulfill his obligation and meeting Kobe in the finals when he was with Cleveland.
Oh man,
Um,
I did not know you were going
that
to talk about that.
yeah,
I wanted to stay on the Melo
man,
portion because that's a whole nother take.
yeah,
Listen,
man.
because Rev, they had commercials, they had
Oh
deals.
man, it was
It
a
it was
marketing.
it was market. The market was schemed and planned for the
The stage
Cavaliers,
was
who are a
set,
60
bro.
plus win team, two,
Yes,
3 years back to back to back to get to the finals,
yes,
and they didn't.
yes, yes,
It's very rare that you have 60 plus win teams who don't get to the conference finals, let alone the
yes,
finals.
yes.
So in
That's what
2009, when they didn't make it, there was you went
man.
there. I didn't. You went
I'm
there
I'm
first.
I'm, I'm just well, I mean, hey, when Mr. Aaron showed his dislike, I had to share with you what caused mine.
Oh
I mean, I
man.
was I
Oh
was
man.
following the kid. I was a fan when he entered the season into the league,
Yeah.
and I was a fan. And when he couldn't hold his end of the bargain, and then you're trying to make this comparison to him and Jordan, but
It's not.
he
It's not
couldn't
one. Technically, it's
he
not one.
couldn't do what
It's
Kobe
not.
did. Like that, like we forget, before
Rev,
even
I'm not
get to
Rev. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's burning my spirit to see that Dallas Mavericks symbol on his chest. Knowing I'm a Heat fan,
yeah.
so I'm just letting you know.
Hey, hey, well, yeah,
Because at 2011 was that was a tough year for that man that we're talking
And
about.
that's
there you
I'm
go.
glad you
There you go.
said that because
That
There
was
you
a
go.
tough
I
year because D
before
There
Wade
you
did his
we
go.
part.
before we
There you
get
go,
to
Ace.
2011, before we get to 2011, he didn't hold up his end of the bargain from 2008 to 2010. 2008, 2009, 2009, 2010, 2000 no, '07
Oh, hey,
through
yeah.
to 2010.
But the downside part of it is that he was a 2-time league MVP in 2 of those years. Kobe was an MVP 07, 08, 09, and 10. That was LeBron. It's very rare you see the MVP not at least get to the conference finals, if not the finals. It's very rare, at least for what we're accustomed to seeing from our all-time greats.
Yeah. And when Kobe was able to dismantle the Celtics the way he did, and then to sweep Orlando the way he did, and Orlando, I mean, and LeBron couldn't get past both those teams. Like, to me, that cemented, like, okay, so this kid probably, you know,
He was still a kid, basically. To me, he was still a kid.
nah, I
I,
can't do
I
that.
equate
Okay.
LeBron going to Miami as him going to college. That's what I
Nah,
equated it to.
I can't do that.
I can't, only because the idea of, well, he's from out of high school. He didn't have this. He didn't have that. Okay,
Okay,
like I mentioned
so
in the other, like I
so
mentioned
you're
in the other
giving
stream we had
Okay. I
Wednesday.
see what you're saying.
But what I mentioned to brother, what I mentioned to Rev and some of our other people on Wednesday is, if we'll say one side, you have to be able to understand the other. You can't just
so
look
we
at one
give
side and not
Dwight Howard
understand the other.
we give Dwight Howard that same grace.
No. I give Dwight the same grace because Dwight led a team to the finals, but he didn't complain about why they lost.
Right.
He just said that they were not this and they weren't that.
Yeah.
No, but see, Dwight Howard fans are not the same as LeBron fans.
No, they're not.
Ooh, that's tough.
That's where the
That's
narrative
tough.
is coming from.
Yeah.
That's tough. Yeah, that's
The
true.
narrative
That's
is coming
true.
from the
Yeah,
fans. It's not even just coming from,
Well,
and it could be coming from LeBron's camp directly.
Yeah,
but
you know,
as far as his fan base, his fan base get volatile if you say something negative about him. The White House fans ain't really like that.
What I say in the chat, man, Clutch Sports has been known. That's why I don't do the Google. That's why I don't do all the
AI and stuff.
Because Clutch Sports has really invested in putting this narrative out there. Like, if you see some of the talking points that Google has on this specific race, this specific rookie year, and go ask any other, like, go when in 98 when was it 98 when Steve Francis and Bron won the rookie of the year?
Yeah.
Was it 98 or 99? Something like that.
I believe so. It was one of those two. Yeah.
Yeah. But if you go and look at, and then you're gonna get the contrast. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
But you ask this specific rookie of the year between Melo, it has so much information. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
You Google it, it has almost 15 pages of information, bro. That's not normal. I'm sorry. That's not normal. No. Clutch Sports have been known to feed these narratives to people, man.
Yeah, but just for me, that's been literally my assessment for the longest time for LeBron. When he went to Miami, that was his part. That was his time of going to college, playing with someone who already won a championship, playing for a coach who actually knows the X's and O's, playing under a president of operations or GM and Pat Riley, who's been in the league for a long, long time. And them not just giving you what you want just because you are as great as you are.
That's the reason
why I use that because it was literally 4 years. It was literally 4 years as a normal college player.
The reason I can't give him that pass because we didn't give Kobe that pass.
Kobe's steps was different.
Yeah,
and people try to do him wrong because he played with Shaq, but we have to also understand Shaq played with Kobe too.
Yeah,
it's not just one way.
Yeah.
I don't look at that as a Batman and Robin. I look at that as a Superman, and I look at that as a Superman and Batman because Superman still has a weakness, so does Batman.
Yes.
Any duo you look at, you can look at it that way if they've ever been a Finals MVP, if they won a championship before the player that they're playing with, so on and so forth. The only player I can't do that with is Jordan and Pippen. Pippen is forever to be Robin, unfortunately.
His numbers speak.
But to compare it to Jordan, if Pippen had a Penny Hardaway, if he had a John Stockton, then maybe he would have been Batman. But compared to Jordan, he's always going to be Robin. But Kobe went and won 2 championships without him. That's a Batman.
Yeah.
Or a Superman, depending on how you want to look at it.
Yes, a Batman. That's a good assessment.
Yeah. Now, Paul Gasol may have been a Robin to that Batman.
Most definitely.
D Wade is a Batman to LeBron being a Superman because LeBron still has a weakness to this day. He's still, I won't say fearful, but he's not as reluctant to want to go to the free throw line till this day.
Yeah.
You mean toward the end of the games?
Yes, whether it's towards the end of the game or even during the game, the free throw line is not his best friend. And one of the best seasons he had shooting at the free throw line is when he worked with Ray Allen for those 2 years. When we won when Miami won in 2013, but then lost to the Spurs in 2014 on the back-to-back year. That's when he shot the best of the free throw line because Ray Allen is one of the greatest free throw shooters of all time, and he worked with him on his free throws. But still to this day, that is still his weakness.
I think what it is, I think he doesn't want to be blamed. He doesn't want to take the good and the bad, just the good. So if he lose, it's I don't want the blame on me type thing. That's what I see. That's exactly what I see.
I didn't say it.
Well, when he came out, when he came out with the broken hand, that said a lot to me. I mean that. I can't remember what series that. I think it had to have been the last series against the Golden State Warriors when he came out with the broken hand with the hand wrap. I'm like, bro, if you don't get off gas, bro.
It was either the 4-1 or the 4-0 series. It was one of
Ooh, good God, man, that was. It's been tiring to watch somebody not concede. That's you know what I'm saying. Like, man, what did Michael Jordan say with the Pippins? Man, they got the best of us. We did good this series, but unfortunately, they got the best of us. So we just gonna have to go back to the drawing board and see what we can do next year.
and
That's his
exactly what he
conceding.
did. That's exactly what
That's
he
the
did,
conceding. That's conceding.
though.
But and then you got Lord Jesus, you got Poe Isaiah Thomas out here campaigning on the low, like bro.
Nah, it ain't on the low. He very loud.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's
Isaiah
my
Thomas is
apologies
very
for
loud, and
you're right.
he is flamboyant with it, and he do not care
Yeah,
how you feel about it.
it's bad.
Wait a minute, is this something now? Am I missing something? Is this something now?
Oh yeah, he recently came out.
We're just alluding to how he over the years have kind of spoken out very, very vigorously against MJ, and it has not
Oh yeah,
stopped. But MJ has not responded one time.
Not one.
The only
Well,
time he
you
did
don't.
respond was with the last dance. But go ahead, brother.
No, I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off. But no, you don't. And you. But the thing is, you don't want to respond. Like, what's the point of responding? What even with what I do, I see people be posting stuff on the internet, this, that, and the other. And if you does it burn you up? Yes, I'm pretty sure MJ is over there like, oh my gosh, boy, if I could, he probably want to play him 1-on-1 right now for all of that, right?
He said he
But
want
the
to put
thing
shorts
is,
on.
yeah, right. But the thing is, it dies faster if you don't say anything. It's gonna die faster.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna burn you up for that 3 days to a week that it's gonna be out there, and then after that is nothing. So you kind of got to just roll with it or whatever and keep it moving. So now is Isaiah Thomas right? I don't know. I wasn't there or anything like that. But all of these things is being said, like you kind of think like, well, maybe, because we had a different eye when we were younger watching that, but then now you're kind of like, oh, wait a minute, I do remember this, and and it wasn't no social media like it is now, which it probably would have been out even more then. But at the end of the day, for me, for those two, LeBron and MJ, first of all, and let me say this as a disclaimer, I don't know why I wasn't even a fan of Kobe's like that, but I don't know why you skip over Kobe to put LeBron and MJ. But I think it's flipped for me. Like I said, I like what LeBron does off the court. I don't like what he does on the court. I like what MJ does on the court. I don't like what he does not do off the court. And that's how I feel about it. Like,
but
I like the killer.
It's like you said, though. I mean, when you said with regards to Isaiah Thomas, like if you don't respond, it simply dies away.
Yeah, it's gonna die.
Well, that's Jordan's take on why Jordan has spent billions in the community on Black America. He's just not in front of a microphone when he does it.
Yeah, he's just not talking about it. He's not verbal about it.
It's kind of like if a tree falls in an empty forest, does it still make a sound? Of course, it makes a sound.
Right.
We're just not there to hear it. You follow what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. You follow what I'm saying?
You're right, and I don't know everything he has not done. I'm only going from what I heard or what you see, like Craig Hodges, things like he was saying, and all those other things.
Right.
But all I know is what I saw and what I'm hearing, and I just leave it like that and keep it moving. But as far as the game of basketball, playing the game, I like killer mentalities. And I don't mean just on the offensive side. I mean on the defensive side too. Like somebody cooking, you need to step up and go guard that person and try to shut them down. If they could, that's why they got the social media got a lot of people messed up, because a lot of people don't want to get crossed over or dunked on. But you don't get crossed over and you don't get dunked on if you're not playing defense. So that's why nobody's getting crossed over and dunked on.
So some of the most best rim protectors and shot blockers have gotten dunked on the most.
Dikembe, Alonzo,
Elijah Wan, but
Like all of them.
but they can't get dunked on if they're not making an attempt, and that's the
That's
thing.
right.
No one wants to get showed up. Is basically what you're saying, right? No one wants to get
Yeah,
showed up. No one
absolutely.
wants to be put on front street. No one wants like you said, their ankles broken or getting slam dunked on. But that comes with the game at some point. Everyone,
Comes with the
even the
game.
great Michael Jordan got crossed by AI, and AI said
Yep.
he still looks like God to me. So that tells you
Right.
something. Like, AI till
Yeah,
this day
that-
said his aura does not still look real to him.
Yeah,
But you
yeah, just
cross
because
the
you
man
get
that you say his aura don't look real to you. So it definitely caters to everything that you're speaking about as far as guys not want to make an attempt, not actually want to step up, make a change in the game. It's not just on the offensive end. The defensive side of the ball makes a difference too. Absolutely.
correct.
look,
Absolutely.
before we get into your interview, let me ask you, who's your NBA Mount Rushmore?
Oh man. Ooh, you put me on that.
Ooh. Oh.
All right. It's four or five up there. What is it? Four?
Yeah, it's four if you want to give an honorary on the side.
No,
No, we
no
won't get
Four,
no
but if you
honorary.
want to give
Yeah,
no,
we
no
ain't-
honorary.
I do honorary just so that out of respect, because I have a pioneer list.
Yeah, he got a pioneer list. So
I
yeah.
do. We can talk about that later, brother. But
Oh, you good. You
you're Mount
good.
Rushmore.
So if I got to go with a Mount Rushmore, I have to go with, of course, MJ. We just talked about him. There's no way he can. He has changed. He helped change the game globally. I mean, of course, with David Stern. So, but they helped change the game. They helped change the game globally. Um, he's like Michael Jackson with music, right? You're always going to be a fan. You're always going to have
Oh,
a fan of that, right?
that's a
So
comparison
MJ,
right there. I like that. Yeah,
yeah,
that's a comparison.
he's always going to be there. So MJ is number one. This is no specific order, but MJ definitely got to be up there. The other person is definitely has to be up there. Is I'm going to say Will Chamberlain, and I say that
Okay.
because Will is. I get the game was changing then. It was changing, but at the same time, he's playing in the era. Not to take nothing against Bill Russell, but he and Bill Russell were playing in an era where they had to play through a lot of things. But I mean, they even had rules where they couldn't dunk at one point, right? Because
Yeah.
of it, because of them. So Will Chamberlain will be up there. He scored the 100 points, etc. He's definitely up there. Another person I'm gonna go with is Shaq. Shaq has to be up there. He
Wow.
definitely has to be up there because Shaq is his mentality. He has such a killer mentality too. He has a killer mentality where he's going to he's a all at all costs, just like Jordan. At all costs, I got to get it. I got to figure out how to get it. And he didn't care. He used his size. He actually had. He wasn't no Akeem Olajuwon, but he knew what to do, and he used it, which is what you're supposed. Even when I'm playing pickup ball now, if there's a guy taller than me, and I could tell that they just being nice and don't want to, they might be like 6'7" and don't want to knock me down. I'm like, bro, if you want to knock me down, man, knock me down. It's part of the game, and that's why I like about Shaq. So Shaq definitely goes up there, and then the final one. Ooh, this is tough because I want to give pay homage to somebody, of course, back in the day as well. But I'm gonna have to go Kobe on the last one.
Mm.
I got it. As much as like I said, I really didn't care for him as when he was alive. As far as his character, the things I didn't care about that. Y'all can still hear me? Okay.
Somebody must be calling you.
Hear me? Uh-oh. Hold on. All right, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
somebody
Okay.
calling you?
Good. Sorry. Apologies. My phone was ringing. Yeah. Phone
Yeah.
was ringing there. All right. So, um, I'm a big character person, right? So when it comes to sports, like I don't care how good you are, I'm a big character person. So reading like was it Phil Jackson that was like, hey, his attitude was horrible. He would never coach him again, this, that, and the other. But I guess at some point he came around because Phil Jackson stayed, right? But the one thing I've learned since Kobe's passing, and the thing I liked about him is his work ethic. Like if he's in the gym at 3 a.m. and tell you, hey, yeah, and you don't even know this, but he's saying, hey, come on over here at 5 a.m. Me and you'll work out, but he's already at 3 getting a whole 2 hour workout and still gonna work out with you. I can't do nothing but respect that. I like,
Yeah.
and this is another thing too. With no matter what you do when you're trying to build something, it's going to take away from something. You're going to take away from something or somebody or some people.
Yeah.
And I thought about this the other day. Like, you got to think about it with all the basketball players, not just Kobe, but he's my last one on that Mount Rushmore. But he had to take away from really being with his family. Think about that.
Yes.
And plus, not just playing the 82 games, not going to the Olympics and all these other countries. Like, you got to get up at 3 a.m. So what time are you going to bed after the game? What time are you going to bed that you get up at 3 a.m., you working out from 3 to 5, then maybe 5 to 7 or 5 to 8. Then you probably going back home with your family for a little bit. Then you going back to the gym, putting more work in. Then you got practice. I guarantee it was all like that. So like I can't do nothing but respect people like that if you put a lot of work in, because it takes a lot and you're taking away from something or somebody.
Hey, brother, I'm gonna just tell you one thing, one stat that no one ever pays attention to.
Talk to me.
Kobe Bryant is the last NBA MVP to play 82 games from 2008.
Ooh.
That's durable.
And
durability.
I'll land with that one. He is the last MVP to play all 82 games, win an MVP. He even went to the NBA Finals that year, from 2007-2008 season to 2026. He's the last one. We're talking about Captain Longevity. We're talking about the great Derrick Rose. We're talking about Mr. Triple Double himself, Russell Westbrook, 2-time back-to-back Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We're talking about 3 MVP, Nikola Jokic, unanimous MVP Steph Curry. Kobe Bryant is the last MVP to play all 82 games, not including the playoffs.
Right.
That was back in 08.
That's crazy stat. That's a crazy stat. I didn't know that. That's a crazy stat, man. You got an interesting route, Mount Rushmore, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. It's just real interesting. Real interesting. That's about the best I can put it. It's very interesting.
Right.
And I could tell you that, you know, for our listeners, for those who are a little bit younger, they're not going to understand the Wilt Chamberlain one, because if they don't understand basketball, they can't relate to it. Which is why I have a pioneer list, because he's on that pioneer list for me.
Right.
And the pioneer list for me, I don't know if you ever heard me explain it, is basically, this is a list that cannot be altered, can't be changed. These guys are on this list because they made a change and made a difference for the guys who've been able to come after them to play the game that they've been able to play, make the money they've been able to make the changes in the league that they've been able to make. But based off their sacrifice and what they went through. So Bill Russell having, you know, feces thrown on his door and on his home with his family, but you know, at the same time having to still go into a separate restroom or restaurant and drink from different, you know, water fountain, while him, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Joe Brown, Dr. King, Kareem, all of them sitting at a table trying to create that atmosphere for our people. They're in a whole different echelon of greatness that shouldn't be touched or tampered with. That's what I believe. That's why I came up with what would be considered a pioneer list. And so once that list is stamped, no one can be either removed. You can add whoever you want on it, but no one is taken off from that list. This all-time great list is going to always change because of the way the world is today, the way media is, sports analysts, how they look at numbers and statistics, and well, this person had this, and all right, cool. These guys not going to be moved. It don't matter what you do. I think Kareem, Wilt, and Bill Russell are the only 3, and even Oscar Robertson are probably the 4 that can be between there. And even Dr. J, I'm sorry, even Dr. J.
Yes.
And we can throw some notables out there: Connie Hawkins, Iceman Gervin, David Thompson. We could throw some guys out there, but as far as that list itself, they can't be removed from that list. But respectfully, they should be on the all-time NBA list. But this list, they will not be removed from this list in my eyes,
Right.
because
Right.
they paved the way. Daryl Dawkins, right? Willis Reed. These
Shaka
guys paved the
Thunder.
way for our
Yes.
players to be able to play the way that they can.
Right.
So,
Right.
so that's
And
why I came up with the Pioneer list.
it gives context to what the game was then. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Absolutely.
You know, those struggles that Bill Russell had to face, you know, those rules that were in place for Wilt,
Yeah.
you know, things like that, man. But man, you know, but huge shout out to everybody, man. Look, just in case y'all forgot where you were.
When the weekend turns to Monday and the clock strikes 9, we're bringing you a message that'll stand the test of time. We got the wisdom in the building, keeping everything secure. A late night conversation that is positive and pure. Turn your radio up, tell your family and your friends. This is where the true community connection begins. It's a place for inspiration, it's a place for real talk. The most uplifting hour on your late night walk. Trusty Sean P, Deacon King Ace, and your host, Reverend Larry. The mic is live right now.
That's right. You with Late Night Talk with Reverend Larry, man. Big shout out to my man Aramis, who's on with us on tonight. The owner, commissioner. Do you call yourself the commissioner, man, or just the owner? Is that what you?
I'm the commissioner, man. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
really too worried about it. You know,
yeah. It's of the Maximum Basketball League, and for those that don't know, man, we have left the American Basketball Association after being there 19 years, and we are now heading to the Maximum Basketball League. And this is the commissioner. This is the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Aramis, man. We want to thank you again for being with us on tonight, man. Man, tell the people, what is Maximum Basketball? What is the Maximum Basketball League all about?
so the Maximum Basketball League is a professional minor league where we have teams throughout the U.S. About 30 plus teams throughout the U.S. and we run a season from this year. We'll be running from September 19th to February 7th, and of course, then we go into playoffs, which is single elimination. But the Maximum Basketball League, the reason it is maximum because uh, I'm a big firm believer in what you put on people, right? So some people will wear certain things and just because it looks cool. And so anything that I kind of start or do, I try to whatever, if I give it a name, if it's a team or something, I try to make sure that I give it something that's positive because I'm putting something on somebody. So the word maximum is basically the reason behind that was to hopefully everybody is putting their maximum potential out, whatever they do, not just basketball, but whatever they do. So that's why it's the Maximum Basketball League.
Oh, man, that's a good assessment, man. Because at one time it was the Midwest Basketball League, correct?
Correct. It was the Midwest Basketball League, which was started by Michael Wright. And once I ended up taking over the tenure of it, I went ahead and rebranded as far as we kept the original logo and everything, but we kind of redid that. But once we expanded across the U.S. and outside just the Midwest, we went ahead, like I said, Maximum Basketball League.
That's good.
Because might as well just do it big, right? You know, hit the ground running. So sometimes you got to walk, and sometimes you got to say, okay, hey, let's just do this.
Yeah. And you said there's 30 plus teams, and you have how many new teams you got coming in this year?
I don't know exactly how many. Sorry, trying to make sure I get a good light here. I'm not exactly sure how many new teams. I have to go back and count. I don't know off the top of my head, to be honest. But we have quite a
look. That's a lot. That's a lot.
yeah, right.
The fact you can't put a number on it, man, that's a good thing, man. Growth is always good, man. Growth is always good. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it's good quality, man. As long as it's good quality. All the quantity days are over. Like we need good quality because we're trying to grow. Like that saying says, you didn't come this far to come this far. And you know, it's times where you're like, oh my gosh, you know, You got owners that could be hard to deal with or something like that, and you try to push forward and you try to move stuff because they're not on the same level or they don't want to grow or something like that. They don't want to grow in the right way, and it can be tough. But like I said, you didn't. That saying, you didn't come this far to come this far, and it can
Right.
be stressful. It can be
Yes.
stressful.
Yes. 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 Man, salute to you on that, man. I'm excited about the season coming up, man. It's different from our guys. Been playing in another league and been playing for a long time in that league, and to come in to one thing I like to introduce my guys to, and that's why we went to Chicago last year, is because, you know, uh minor league basketball or semi-pro basketball gives you an opportunity to play against different cultures of basketball.
Mhm.
Like there's another culture in Louisiana. There's another culture of basketball in Mississippi. There's another culture of basketball in Alabama. Like there's different cultures. Dallas has another culture of basketball. It's good to face other cultures of basketball. I was telling somebody he wanted me to play in his league. When he saw the press release that we were leaving the ABA, I guess he didn't see the part where we're going, but that's another conversation. But he saw that we were leaving the ABA, and he was like, "Man, y'all need to come join my league." When I found out, and no, look, no knock to rec leagues, no knock to local leagues, because
Right, right.
those leagues fine tune your players to keep them in shape for semi-pro. But I just told him, I said, "Yeah, man, I don't play any team in Houston. I don't we don't play local teams, you know. And again, it's not a knock on rec leagues that do, but I want to expose my guys to different cultures of basketball. Explain the culture of Maximum Basketball League.
Our culture is what I like. What I like to do is make sure that we are. I know it's cliche to say family. It is so cliche for that, but I really that's why I try to have us at it. I have us talk to each other. Oh shoot.
You all right there? Everything okay? Uh-oh. Well, before he gets back, man, look, one unique thing about minor league, semi-pro ball, man, is when I speak on that culture, like you're legit seeing different ways of how people view basketball and how people, yeah, like there's a legit culture change when you get to these other cities. You know what I'm saying? Um, like Mississippi was a culture change. Alabama was a culture change. You know, not everybody loves the three. You know what I'm saying? Then you go to Alabama. Alabama loves the three. Like there's a such thing. You live by the three, you die by the
Not
three. Yeah,
by
that's
definitely not by
Alabama all day. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And then you go to Mississippi where there's a little more balance. You have an inside presence, then you have
Mm,
outside presence. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
These are one of the things that I experienced. Even going to Chicago and playing in Chicago, that culture is different. Um, Kind of like a balance. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? We were able to play two teams up there, and the culture it was a healthy culture.
Hmm.
Outside of what people think about Chicago, and I know why people say what they say about Chicago. And I gotta speak on that. Like as a negative connotation about the violence in Chicago, but violence has gone down tremendously in
Mm.
Chicago. And I know people want to speak on the Juneteenth, the violence that happened on Juneteenth, but also uh, nobody's saying anything about these 56 school shootings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Easy to kind of sweep that under the rug, but nevertheless, the mayor in Chicago is an outstanding man, and I love what he's doing. I love what he's putting out there, and he's putting together something like he said, like when you invest in communities, you
Hmm.
know, you're going to get those type of returns. And sometimes, man, life happens. You know, people kind of act like we invented violence. No, people steal because they don't have. They don't have a job. They don't have the proper education to go out and get a good job. So what you have to do is invest in both of those situations. Make school affordable,
Mm.
and then start investing in more jobs. The more you invest in, the more job opportunities are out there, man. People are able to take care of their families. If people are able to take care of their families, they're able to stay out your store stealing your Gatorade and your fruit punch. You know,
Yeah. No, I,
and
I don't disagree with that. I would just ask you though, would you say that it's based on the job opportunity that's available, or we just have a different level of how our kids are being raised today too? That's pushing that narrative too.
well, I'll say this. This is because I do listen to the mayor of,
Hmm.
um, I actually do listen to the mayor of Chicago. I love to hear him speak.
Hmm.
I love to hear him talk down the naysayers, edu- educated black man.
Hmm.
He don't just say because I say so. He gives you the reason why, which is why I respect him so much. So I actually listen to him and what he does and what he's doing,
Yeah.
what he has done and what he's doing. Um, no, I don't put it all on the parents because at the end of the day, there comes a point in time when you have to leave home, right? But if you leave home and you have nowhere to go because the opportunities aren't there, then what? You know what I'm saying? It's only so much mom and dad can do. And of course, man, in our neighborhoods or in our community, we don't have that. There's a lot of access that we don't have as a black community. But that's exactly what the mayor in Chicago was talking about. Let's give our community access to those technologies or to
And
those
resources
things that,
basically.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
if they're able to do that, kids having to choose whether they're gonna eat, uh or buy some clothes. Like, kids shouldn't have to make that choice. But why is that a choice? Well, it's a choice because sometimes in a lot of communities, some things aren't available. And then you have administration who's taken away, free food from free food for kids. And I mean,
From the kids in school. Yeah. The free lunch, the free
that's
lunch
yeah, the
program.
lunch program. Yeah, that's something very, very simple. This
Hmm.
country is a very wealthy country. So, when you're talking about taking that away, where kids now have to think, man, if I'm gonna eat today, or man, who can learn that on something like that?
Yeah.
So it comes to a point where it's just not only the parents, like the parents need that assistance. We need to have that access,
Yeah.
you know. Because others have that access. Why can't we have that access? Because once we get that access, the sky is the limit. You know what I'm saying? So, um, that's just my take, man. I believe in investing in our communities. I love it. Some people say that's wasted spending. Well, it's wasted spending to you, but I mean, it's an awesome investment to us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of people use basketball to get their minds off of real life. Get their minds off what they have to go home to.
Yeah.
Follow what I'm saying? And that's why I'm glad I do what I do. It's a ministry for me. I give these young men an opportunity to further their career in basketball. And again, like I said, I told the gentleman, I don't knock anybody for what they do, how they run their organization,
Hmm.
but I just don't like playing local teams.
Yeah.
We very rarely play local team unless it's for some money. But
And
we
they and they don't
very,
be and they don't always want y'all to come back. So
no, right. Next thing you know, man, you can't even go to a tournament, or you're not told about tournaments.
yeah. So
So
they
I
want y'all
mean,
coming back.
So I got the Atlanta Dream and the Golden State Valkyries on right now, and it's 28-28. Man, I went on and invested in that WNBA league pass. Man, I like it so far. It's pretty nice.
Man, so what do you think about that play on Caitlin Clark the other night though?
Which one? I mean, there's so
So
many
it
that
was-
she's,
so well, so no. So recently this week there was a play where a player on the opposing team literally put her wrist and or her knuckles in her throat while she was on the ground, but there
he's
was
not
no there,
Thomas.
but there was no
Um,
repercussions. There was no backlash. People kind of overlooked it, but at the same time,
number 25.
mm,
Go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead. No, I got to answer for you. Yeah, I got to answer.
But there was no repercussions for it, and so the flip side to it is that they're looking to be paid more, and they're being paid more, and they've earned that. But why do everything that you can to stop someone who's also a part of helping the WNBA earn that money that y'all have also been pushing forward for you to make? Why do so much stuff to ruin it? Because there's this apparently this is a universal dislike, disdain. I wouldn't say hate, because I believe hate is a very, very strong word. But there's a very strong dislike or distaste for Caitlin Clark, which cool. You don't like her, you don't like her. But to try to physically hurt her to stop her from helping the WNBA to make money, which is what y'all been, wanting to make, I'm not understanding why that's, being the case. Because if she's not playing, what are those contracts going to start looking like because someone's physically stopping her from being able to play?
Well, first thing, you know, um, Caitlin Clark is not the only reason why the WNBA is getting its hype the way it is. Let's correct that lie.
Okay.
She is a major part. She is a major part. But I'll say this, man. Thomas, bruh, she been doing everybody like that. Um, yeah, it just ain't Caitlyn, bruh. You need to see how she flung Angel to the floor 2 years ago. See, she's an equal opportunity employee. She come look, she comes from the school of everybody can get it. You understand what I'm
Everybody
talking
can
about?
get it. Yeah.
Everybody can get it, bro. And so I forget her first name. I want to say Allison Thomas, but I
Or
forget her
Alyssa. I
first
think it's
name.
Alyssa
Alyssa,
Thomas.
that's it.
Yeah,
But
Alyssa.
bro, she's
No,
not.
she rugged. She rugged. She rugged. She
It's
get down
not a
with it.
Caitlin Clark thing, bro. People like to change that narrative like it's a Caitlin. Bro, she flung. She got ejected, but bro, she flung little old Angel Reese across the court. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just a Caitlin Clark thing, bro. Alyssa Thomas is her. You know what I'm saying? And look, Asia Wilson has been known to say like she doesn't like playing Alyssa. Alyssa don't back down. She an old school vet. So it's not like it's not a indictment on just people targeting Caitlyn, bro. It's what people don't understand. The WNBA has been this gritty for 20 years now. Y'all are just seeing how gritty it is. You're just now seeing the difference between college basketball and professional basketball. I'm sorry. It's been like that. Go back, go YouTube. YouTube what Alyssa did to Angel when she played for Chicago Sky. Yeah, she flung her little cell phone, man. And that's why that's why you know like that's why I tell people like, man, don't just become fan of the moment. Become fan of the game. Um it's huge when you become a fan of the game because you start to see things from a wide lens versus a tunnel view lens of just LeBron James or just Kobe Bryant or just Magic Johnson or just Michael Jordan or just SGA or just Joker. You know what I'm saying? When you start opening your lens up to the game of basketball, you'll start to realize that there are some beautiful flowers out here that are planted that you haven't seen before. And that's what everybody is seeing. So you can say people are targeting her, but no, they're not. They're playing in WNBA. They're playing pro ball, man. They're playing pro ball. You're not going to get those calls, man. I saw her, I saw Caitlin get pissed at the ref for pump faking. The player jumped up, straight up, and Caitlin leaned into her and then passed the ball off and then just got upset. But they're not going to call that. This pro.
Yeah, I mean, so the thing with that call in the NBA, a lot of guys get that call, but they sell it a little bit better in most cases.
Well,
but
that's
at the
the
same
Jason
time,
Kidd.
if she
That's
passed
the
the
Jason
ball
Kidd
though,
call.
no, it can be a J Kidd call, but if she passed the ball, then she's not going to get it. If you pump fake and the player jumps into you, but you don't actually make the attempt to shoot the shot, then yeah, and you pass it, they're not going to give you that call. If you're at least trying to make an attempt at the rim, you're more than likely going to get the call. But if you pass it, you're not going to get that call.
Well,
But that's where the game has gone in some aspects from the men's game compared to the women, is that it's more offensive centric. So compared to the women are trying to catch up in some aspects. Not saying that they aren't already. I'm not saying that they haven't, but they're catching up in some areas in which, from a financial sense, from calls, signing trades, marketability, notoriety as far as getting TV deals, all those things, they're catching up to that.
Yes.
So even the calls that are being called, because I can't honestly tell you that the referees are even cross trained as far as ref in the women's game compared to the men's game.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you that. I honestly can't tell you that because I haven't seen any NBA refs reffing WNBA games. I haven't seen it yet.
Right.
So how the game is ref for the WNBA is not the same as how they ref for the NBA. Because in the NBA,
it's different how they referee women's college basketball.
In a totality sense.
Yeah.
Because
that's where you compare and contrast the levels, not cross brand, because this is NBA. The WNBA is equivalent to the NBA regarding women.
Yeah, but the NBA is just still much faster, much more athletic. The referees seeing how stuff is happening. And now, mind you, it's not saying that the WNBA game is not fast. We just have to understand biology when it comes to that. The men's game is much faster. How they do things, how they get back up and down in transition, them getting shots up quicker, taking the ball out, trying to get the play running. It don't take away from that, but the speed of the game is different because the time of how the games are reffed as well is different. They have different times for the games for a reason because the speed of the game is different.
Yes.
So the referees reffing the game the same is not the same, is not consistent because it's not the same referees. But in the NBA, that's a normal call. If SGA pump fake and the defender jumps straight up and he still bumps him and he goes up for a shot, he goes to free throw line.
Well, they're pointing this out now called verticality. And like I said, when I mentioned Jason Kidd, that's so there's a I can't think. But Jason Kidd, they changed that rule, like you can't lean if a player goes straight up. And that's what the player did. She went straight up. And when you lean to try to get that call, it's not happening anymore. That's due to Jason Kidd rule.
But I don't know, because it's still a lot of players in the league that's getting it's still a lot of players still getting those calls. It's the unfortunate thing. Like you have your Kevin Durant, you have like Wemby got the call. Chris Paul used to get that call a lot. D Wade, of course, got the call. But it wasn't just the up and down. It's the pump fake. You jumping straight up and down. The moment you leave the ground, it's over with. The moment you are airborne,
It's
you're at
not
a
like
loss.
that anymore. But it's not like that anymore. This verticality is a thing. What you're seeing is a slight jump. If you jump straight up, you're not going to get that call. But if there is a slight, and I mean slight,
You can move it
move
forward or
where you're
anything.
moving forward or you're moving towards the player,
It's a
two
foul.
things you're gonna have to worry about. It's gonna be a foul, and that Kawhi Leonard changed the game where it might be a technical foul if you do not allow them to land and give them somewhere to land.
Yeah, I mean the
There's
shooter has
two things
always
to be
been
cons-
the shooter has
yeah,
always been has always had the authority to need to land first
yeah.
or have a
La-
landing space at least, not first, but at
yeah,
least a landing space.
in the last 10 years, yeah.
Yeah.
And they have gone for to actually call that a technical foul, which me personally, I think that's a little egregious. But
I only think it's not because Zaza Pachulia had a history of doing that, and that's the player you said, Kawhi Leonard. That's who he did
yes,
it against in that 2017 or 2018 run. No,
yes,
2017 or 18 run against the Spurs when they were up by 26, and he didn't just close out regularly. He closed out looking this way. He looked the opposite way while still walking forward.
yeah.
And Kawhi Leonard's in the air. Like you
But you
can't do
have,
that.
but true. But see that call has to go to the review.
Well,
So
now it
you're
does.
able,
Now it does because before
so
it
you're
wasn't as
able to,
expensive as it is now. It's
yeah.
very
So you're
expensive.
able to see the intent, which is my point.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like what you said, he was notorious for that. That's
Like he did that his whole career.
right.
Whole
But
career.
there are some players, their closeout is just kind of a little reckless, and that's not what they, that wasn't their intent. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I like what a lot of defenses have done is to close out on the side of a player. We teach our players to do that, so they won't get, that kills the leaning, and it kills from the technical foul that could,
It just makes the review portion just that much more longer though, because now if a player is going to the side of the shooter and they kick their leg out, but you weren't touched at all, now we have to do a whole review just to take a look at it. Right. Welcome back, brother Arumas. Welcome back, man.
Welcome back, man. You had a concern. We didn't know if you got carjacked.
I apologize. I don't deserve applause. I apologize. My battery was low.
No, you're good, man.
I think my car is a LeBron fan and didn't like what I was saying because it wasn't working.
Now you're dealing with two understanding brothers, so you good.
Man. Yeah, you're good.
My car didn't like it.
Yeah, shout out, man. Prayers to Trustee Sean Pete, man. His mom had surgery today, man. So we definitely want to lift her in prayer and things like that. So that's why he's not here with us on tonight. But man, what's your assessment on Caitlin Clark, man?
I was waiting for that.
She has a very anything questionable or suspect. My favorite word is interesting. She has a very interesting fan base, man. What's your assessment on Caitlin?
Okay, so I
the way I keep it professional.
Oh yeah. I'm always gonna keep it professional.
I said that's the word. My word, interesting mean I'm trying not to use what I want to. What I'm not trying to say. What I really want to say. Okay. So I say she has an interesting fan base.
Okay, I hear you. Now I'm gonna say this. I think. Look, I'm gonna tell the truth regardless. This is what I think. I think, or at least my opinion, I feel is the truth. Let me say that. Now, this is what I think. Because I heard y'all say, hey, Caitlin, basketball, is not, the women's basketball is not the way it is just because of Caitlin Clark. So let me ask you this. If the year she got drafted, if she didn't get drafted, if she is not in the league right now, would the WNBA be where it is right now? As far as the pay going up and all that.
If Cardoza and Angel is in the draft, yes, it does.
So because
I would only push back. I would only push back because the idea of Angel and Caitlin coming in, and this is from the social media side, is they were the new revolutionized portion of Magic and Bird on the female side, not to the degree of them, but in comparison to of there being a black and white complex when it shouldn't be a racial thing, but it still became one because they were competing against one another for many years, came into the league, they competed against one another again. So it's not to say it's to the level of what Bird and Magic did for the NBA, but in comparison or contrast, depending on who looks at it that way, that's what that was supposed to be for them coming in, and people viewed it that way.
Right. Now, the reason I say that, I asked that question is because I do think Caitlyn, I think with her, I think she is the reason that, of course, with that rival, but her style of play, I think, is what made it more exciting because she's out there shooting like Steph Curry. She's the Steph Curry of the WNBA. So the way she's playing, her style of play, I think it has brought more fans, right? And it has leveled up the style of play. So there's another thing I think about too, because if she wasn't in here, we're not going to watch Angel Reese sit there and post up, right? Because women are not as athletic. So you watch them mostly do sets and plays, which I love. I love watching sets and plays. I love it. I like to watch it, break it down, see what's going on. I love that. I don't want to just see athleticism, but most in women's basketball, that's what you usually see. So I don't think it would be as exciting if you're just watching Angel Reese get the ball, bang down low or whatever, because it doesn't seem like she has a lot of something spectacular with her moves, right? But I do agree with you, Prince, as far as the rivalry when they came in from college, the face thing and all of this and getting the rings and all of that made the hype for it. Now, another thing, if you look at it, we're 30 years into the WNBA, right? 30 years in. When the NBA started in 1955, 30 years was 85. 30 years was 85.
No, I think it was 47.
It was 47?
I think it was 1947. It was up there.
The BAA or something like that, right?
It was so way before we was even thought of.
Right. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So if you look at it, we at that time, at that point right here, right, with the WNBA, 15 years, the next 15 years are gonna be kind of like what we had from 85 to 2000 with the NBA. I think that's what the WNBA is going to be like right now, as far as because you got to think the women that are watching the women now playing, we all mimic what we see on TV, whether it's the NBA or WNBA. So now that's what's going to happen. And you don't even have Juju Watkins that haven't even came out of college yet, right?
We were just talking about her.
We was literally talking about her like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Listen,
yeah.
Right. Juju Watson, we waiting on her. And fact check, it was 49. I'm sorry, 1949.
I see 40. Well, I see 46, 47 was their first year. They were the Basketball Association of America. That's what the name was.
BAA, right.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So it was between that 3 year span. So we're all kind of around the same year.
Right.
Okay,
right.
So that means so we are with the WNBA, and as the prices have, the contracts have gone up, because you see a few women are getting $1 million deals. So now we're at that point where the game is going to be played so great. The only thing that is, unless they lower the rim or unless women start to develop and dunk more on a regular, one or the two. But you're going to start seeing a lot of more grit of playing like how we saw in it with the men. And you're going to see a lot more crossovers, a lot more footwork. And the women that's watching now, the little girls that's coming up that's maybe 15 right now. So for the next 5 years, they're going to watch. And then when they go to college and get into the WNBA, the WNBA is going to be fire. It's going to be fire.
Yes.
I think.
Agreed.
Yeah, what? So have you followed Alyssa Thomas? Have you followed her career?
I have not followed her career. I know she's a great hooper, though.
Yeah, I don't like to use the word grimy because that associates with dirty. But she's tough. A very gritty, tough player.
Right. Blue collar. I saw what Ace was talking about, and honestly, it didn't surprise me, bro. I mean, that's Alyssa. Bro, she flung
because you're from Chicago, right? Aren't you from Chicago?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. She flung Angel Reese a couple years ago, and bro, I'm talking about feet in the air. Yeah.
Yeah.
she flung her, man. So I mean, it's not. I know a lot of people. Not. I know what he's talking about. I know a lot of people try to make it a Caitlin Clark thing, but no, it's not. Alyssa is, like I said, Asia Wilson. She's on record saying that Alyssa is not. She's not a soft cookie.
No, it's
And
not that
she's a
she's
good
no
host.
soft. It's what the fans want to see. And I think that, of course, we're in the age of drama. So the drama was Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese. And now that Caitlin Clark, and like he said, just being realistic, white, black, right? And so you had that, which is more, and then you had she can actually shoot. She's not out here just pass, screen, roll, maybe a mid-range, maybe a layup.
She coming across half court, pulling the
You
shot.
got to guard her.
Yeah.
You have to guard her. And these women,
94 feet.
Yeah, these women, and this is no disrespect. Me saying this about Caitlin is no disrespect to nobody else in the WNBA, because I have played against some women in the WNBA, and when I say them women are good, it ain't no just because
they're very skilled.
Because they're women. No, they're skilled. They can shoot. They can pull up. They can drive. They're gonna set screens. They're gonna roll. They're gonna do a lot better than a lot of men, because again, they have to use IQ more than us, and there are, as they say, they're smarter than us. They mature faster than us. So yes, but yeah, I think Caitlin has, in my opinion, I think she's leveled up for everybody else. She's leveled it up for everybody else to get on up there. Matter of fact, even the year that because she didn't get accepted to the Olympic team that one year, right?
Yeah, no, but nobody from that class did, though. It was across the board,
Yeah, but I do think I think it would have even helped even a little bit faster if she would have went. Because now that global market. First of all, I don't even know if they won. Did they win gold that year?
Yeah, man, swept.
Okay, all right, cool. Well, they didn't need her. But as far as I just think as far as building up the women fast, because look, this is the thing. The women want the money. For them to get the money, you have to have the fan base. That's even at this level. Like players at this level, at the minor league level, players have to really invite out people to watch, right? Yeah. So you have to have a fan base. And at worst case scenario, I'm just being realistic. At worst case scenario, if for the WNBA to rise, if that's the case, then women fans need to watch the game, right?
Agreed.
We're gonna watch it because we're a fan of the game, period. But if you're going to come together and say, hey, we want more money, okay, let's and the other women that's not in the WNBA, and I don't even mean college players, but are just fans at home, regular 9-to-5 workers that used to hoop or whatever it is, then you need to watch. You need to get on and watch, just at least watch. That helps.
Yes.
Bring up the ratings, and then they'll get more money. Right. But the money is not just coming out the sky. You can't just say, oh, pay them, because it has to come from somewhere. So it doesn't come from nowhere unless you watch it.
Man, brother, I'm gonna be honest with you. We watch women's basketball not only because they're skilled, but because we like to see beautiful women on the court playing basketball.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna be as 100 I can be, because it's a beautiful thing to be able to see a woman that can put on tennis shoes and then put on high heels.
Yes, sir.
They can do both. Now, mind you, that's not the end all. That's not the end all be all. But I did want to mention that because it's a great thing.
I look forward to the pregame.
It's a beautiful thing to be able to see that women can do that
the pregame
and still be women. But mind you, I've worked with some phenomenal women who may not be what some people may consider to be the beautiful women, but they are phenomenal basketball players, and I still love them to this day. Like, they can call me to this moment. Like, I've worked with them on the court. We've done player development. We've been in the gym putting up shots. But as men who love seeing women play sports, we like to see it on both sides. For some of us, I love the game of basketball within itself. So that, regardless to what it is, I like to see basketball as it is in totality. And I say that because I don't even watch other sports. I watch basketball only. Basketball is what I watch from high school, college, NBA, WNBA, FIBA, international, old people, senior citizen leagues. I watch basketball no matter what.
Correct.
So
Correct.
I
when
got
it comes to basketball, in
I have
totality,
breaking news. I have breaking news.
we gotta brace
Uh-oh.
ourselves. Gotta brace
Okay,
ourselves.
no, it's not a bad one. It's not a bad.
Okay.
OKC has extended Hardenstein for 3 years, 75 million. Isaiah Hardenstein.
I thought they was gonna come off his deal, try to get another big.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I thought they were trying to come off his deal.
Looney is going into free agency, so that's somebody to take a
From New Orleans?
on. Yes, sir.
Because he was originally with Golden State.
Yeah, well, you know, he left Golden State last year.
No, I mean, I know he left, but he's been with New Orleans for a year or two. But
I think 2 years.
Yeah, he's been there for like 2 years. But
Yeah. I'm surprised on the Hardenstein. I thought they were gonna move on from him.
I thought they were too. They need more of an actual scoring big. Since and I say that only because the perimeter defense has always been actually their anchor. Because Chet is there, and then sometimes you don't know where he's at.
I don't do that.
But the perimeter defense has always been on par.
Don't do that, man. That was one series.
No, it was no. It's not one series. I'm being honest,
bro. Don't do that, man.
Oh,
don't do that, man. Come on, bro.
So we're gonna act like Case and Wallace, J-Dub, Shea, Lou Dort, Alex Caruso have not been the ones holding it down as the perimeter.
Come on, man. Don't
because the league has been the perimeter.
That's all I'm asking.
You know. Sorry, brother Rumus. You're gonna have to excuse me. I gotta ask some questions real quick. So we gonna sit here and act like Rev that OKC's perimeter defense has not been their actual anchor because Chet show up when he want to.
Come on, man.
And Hardenstein is not really
that language right there, man.
Hardenstein is not the defender that we know him to be. It's not just one series.
No, and I'm not talking about that language. I'm talking about that other language you just said, man. Talking about Chet. Now, look, I'm not a Chet fan, but I don't think people are giving Chet. He didn't show up in San Antonio series.
So we gonna act like since since J-Dub's been out, offensively he hadn't showed up every game he needed to show up, but defensively
that series
he's been having a problem guarding some other guys. If I'm lying, last year, not this year, but last year, Alex Caruso wouldn't have been guarding Jokic. It would have been Chet.
Well,
when they got to the finals against Indiana, Alex Caruso is the one who was guarding him. As an undersized.
We got something to interview, man. We got something.
You know what? You are absolutely right.
We're gonna
put a pause on this. You're right.
We have guests tonight.
Yeah, brother, I do apologize. You almost came into a little back and forth. So I apologize.
This is what we do on late night talk, man. We're not we're not what they say. We're not
traditional.
We all have different point of views. Man.
Right.
We don't. We ain't yes men over here, man.
Absolutely.
That's how we get down, man. I just don't appreciate that man coloring Chet's career. And that series was terrible. What they call it? It was terrible PR for Chet's career. That series when Wemby put that man on a blender and put that hush mouth on him, that wasn't a good look, man. But that should not equate and speak for his entire career, man. That dude has value on that team, bro.
He has.
But if it happens again, you know what they say. If it happens again, that's a habit. That's not.
I totally agree with you, but you're right. We do have a guest here, and I want to get right to it while we got your time, man, because then we also want to get your feedback on any other part of the conversation we're having, brother. So if I can ask you, if you're all right with that, brother.
My thoughts.
So every league starts with a vision, right?
Yes.
When you first founded the MBL, what was the singular non-negotiable goal you were trying to achieve? And looking at the league today, it's a two-part question. And looking at the league today, where is the most significant growth yet to happen? And if you want me to repeat it, I'll repeat it. That way you can answer it in parts.
Okay, gotcha. You might, if I miss something, then ask it again. But
Okay.
to actually correct what you said earlier as far as like I was not the one that found the league. It
Okay.
was Michael Wright was the founder of the league. It was the Midwest basketball teams only out of Illinois, Michigan, Indiana, things like that.
Right.
I actually, and this is the thing, I actually had a team in the league, which is how I end up how this came about. So I had a team in the league, and when at one point when he kind of was fed up with doing it, he asked me what I thought, and I actually told him, let me think about it. I told him, let me think about it first, because I was working on something else that I'm still, and this was back in 2019. I'm still working on that other thing. I haven't, because I knew I had to really think about it and pray about it and stuff, because I knew it was going to take away from it. Like I was saying about Kobe or anything that you really put time into, it takes some time. And I knew it. And I was like, do I want to stop what I was doing to work on this? Because I knew it was going to take time. And of course, the answer is yes, because I'm here now, right? But but I didn't find the league, so I'm definitely gonna give credit to where it's due. That was Michael Wright. I've just taken over since 2019, and now we're going into our under me. I think this is the 6th year under me. The 6th year under me. So yeah, but I think as far as where you asked where the vision is, right? Where the vision is.
Like so for every league where it starts with the vision, what would be your non-negotiable singular goal for you trying to achieve for this league to be successful?
Well, the one non-negotiable right now for me is I'm trying to make this everybody's job, their only job. That's been from the beginning. That's one of them. And I'm learning as I go. There's some things I'm learning where I'm like, okay, it can't be the way I thought it was going to be to make it happen. I have to do this way to get there. And like I said earlier, like we get so far and then something happens, which also lets me know like we must be on the right path. You got people talking, saying stuff or whatever, what have you. So we must be on the right path. So. And this is another thing too. It's a lot of people in the background, including owners, actually the owners and some of the coaches on the teams that actually help keep pushing it forward. Sometimes they have to. And I'm a tough cookie as far as I don't bend easily, So, but I have a lot of people that pour into myself or anybody else in the front office that says, "Hey, keep going," this, that, and the other. So it lets me know that they are with us and they understand it. They see the direction too. I hear that from a lot of people too. But to answer your question, as far as that, the goal, the non-negotiable is this is our only job. I don't want myself, and I don't want. It can't just be me. Like that'd be great, like my only job, but it needs to be theirs too. But I understand now there's a different way I have to get it for everybody. So with that, we have to get the right owners into the league and get rid of anybody that's not willing to grow with us the way that we need them to.
Okay. And then the second part of that question was looking at the league today, where is the most significant growth that you see happening if it hasn't happened yet?
The most significant growth I see is in the quality of the teams now. When we first, the Midwest Basketball League was pretty solid too. But once it became maximum, it was a point where we had teams because you didn't know. Right, we didn't know how they were and things like that, so we had to change the way to vet the teams. We had to change that, so we started having our owners do interview panels with teams that wanted to come on, and it helped a lot. So that's why I say it's the quality of the teams that is a big growth, because when the owners interview. It stops a lot of stuff, because you'll talk to the owner. They can talk to me or our deputy commissioner and tell us anything they want to tell us. And okay, cool. All right. Well, yep. That's a great market. We got teams in that area. Help. All right, cool. We got you. But we may not know, let's say the Houston Red Storm, I don't know, a team in Louisiana, but Houston Red Storm know that, hey, this team, we used to set up some exhibitions with this team and they've canceled on us 3 times in a row. We were supposed to go to them. They're supposed to go to us. Those type of things we don't know. But now we know because the team has said something. And now we'll still allow them to have the interview. And then after that, we let the owners vote because, they talk and they say yay or nay on allowing somebody in. But also what that does is help keep them accountable, the owners accountable as well, not just in our front office of allowing teams in. It's up to them too, because you allow a team. That's you that helped allow that team in.
What was the voting roll? What was the consensus of the vote when y'all voted on us? Was it unanimous or what?
It was unanimous. It was very much unanimous. It was unanimous. It was like, do not let them in. I was like, okay. I said, all right. Yeah. No, I got overruled though. My mother said, no, you let them in. No, I'm just playing. No.
I like that.
No, I don't know the exact vote number off the top of my head, man. But as far as the reputation preceding itself, it was definitely there. Where of course it was okay. It was like almost unanimous. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was unanimous. I don't know off the top of my head, man. To be honest,
I know, man.
Yeah,
I'm sure the nays was like, yeah, we ain't trying to play them. That's
and you know what? Maybe sometimes it can be like that. But I would tell you this: a lot of our owners, they say they want the smoke. They love it. Like we have a lot of owners that say they want it.
Yeah, and when you told me that, man, I was excited to hear that because, man, to me, what did I say Wednesday, bro? They laughed at me, but
yeah,
I watched semi-pro basketball before I watched NBA basketball.
Yeah, no, those are his exact words. Exactly.
Because I'm fully vested, and we lost one of our key players. Phenomenal young man. We had his service last night and whatnot, and so this week, bro, I just been, I know about 12 to 20 of them views coming from me just watching this week, right? I watch semi-pro basketball, like, I love it. I'm vested. I'm so glad we've evolved to that because, I've been around forever. I'm the oldest, not pat myself on the back, but I mean, I'm the oldest semi-pro organization, functioning organization in the United States right now. And I've seen it evolve. I've seen us evolve this level of basketball, and it's a beautiful thing.
Larry.
Yes, sir.
It is okay to pat yourself on the back for that, and the reason I say
a round of applause myself.
Yeah, absolutely. And the reason I say that is because, like I said, I was an owner before as well, and also listening to the owners when I talk to them on the phone about certain things that they're doing. What people, if somebody's watching this and they don't understand what goes into this, I'm gonna tell y'all a little bit right now. What they don't understand with owners, you have to. Even me talking about this right now, I'm like, oh man, going into this. But I know what y'all are going through. Y'all have to keep let's just say a roster of 15 guys. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's more, whatever, right? But a roster of 15 guys, what is it called? Engaged. You have to keep them engaged. And then some of these guys, because you're trying not to have a bad look on your name when you're going somewhere. So you got to keep them engaged. Hey, can y'all go? And this is for a season. This is not just like for a month. This is a whole season that you're doing this. And not only that, another thing that some of these guys, and this is not me downing these guys because everybody grows at different points, but some of these guys, and this is me just talking to certain owners, some of these guys probably don't have it right then, to go, but they want to go. And you got owners that say, okay, here, I got you. Here goes some money for this. So now and then you're a psychiatrist talking to them. They into it with their girls and you're trying to keep them focused and, hey, bring them up out of that. Hey, it's going to be okay. And sometimes it's basketball. And I've learned this from Michael Wright. When I was an owner, I was cutting people left and right. I did not play. Hey, nope, I won't. Nope, you ain't doing this. You off my team. And I had to learn. Michael Wright, I remember him telling me, like, hey, you never know what somebody needs this for. You can't just be cutting people all left and right because, you don't know. And this is the one thing that's taking them away from it at that moment or whatever. And I really thought about that. Like, you know what? You might be right about that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But I knew I was trying to build a business and I wanted it to run a certain way and look a certain way. And if you're not doing that, I had to get rid of you. But I've learned to try to kind of balance that out. So I think, and I guess that segues into me saying, as far as my role now as being a commissioner, I've played, I've owned a team, coached, and now this. So I understand every aspect. So when an owner is talking about something or what's going on, I can understand it from almost every level. But you owners, that's why I said you pat yourself on the back, especially doing 20 years of that, 20 years
Appreciate
of
it, man.
I'm pretty sure, like, hey coach, I ain't got no money to eat and right here. Okay, here, I got you. Hey, coach, I ain't gonna make it today, I ain't got a ride. Okay, I'll come pick you up, or let me rearrange you a ride, arrange you a
Yeah.
ride or something. I understand, like, teams go through this. So to do that for 20 years, and this ain't your wife,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? These some grown men, because this is another thing too. You're mentoring them too. It's not just like it's a lot that goes into it, and a lot of people think it's just basketball. So again, I'm not here to knock no other league at all, but if the number one thing for us is what I remember our other deputy commissioner, Commissioner Day, said. We're not worried about no other league. We're going to be the best league we can be. So, so if another league is out here, and I'm gonna give them something. If you are out here thinking it's just just put the ball in the air and that's it, then that's bad. Like that's just part of it. As far as the mentorship, fellowship, and things like that. Like we have to I'm a firm believer in if you have it, he who head is heavy that wears the crown. You got a responsibility. You cannot be out here just like, as much as I want to just sometimes it's teams I want to cut, but we talk to them, hey man, what's going on? Da, da, da. And at some point, after I don't know, let's say 3 to 5 years, you ain't got it together, you got to go. But
then you got to go. It's not just instant. It's not just instant like what you wanted it to be in the beginning.
The old me, you out of here. The old me, you out of here. Because I was like that. I was like that with players, so I didn't have a problem doing that with teams, especially at the age and level we're at now. We're 11 years in, and we're steady, solid and steady. Like again, not worried about no other league. We worried about us just having a good solid foundation. And if these other teams, if all our teams in the league step up, and we have a lot that do. And they go ahead and build. Then to your question, what you asked me as far as where I see it, then that's where we'll all be. If everybody can come up and understand, we can't watch the NBA and say that's where we want to be, but we're not putting that work in. And it's not all on the league. It's not all on our front, and that's any league. You still I'm not going to name no leagues, but any other professional minor league or whatever, it's not all on them either. It is on the teams that have a responsibility to do their part, as well as the league. Everybody's working in together because it's all a moving part. I'm gonna get off my soapbox for a minute.
No, we here with you. No, go ahead.
I appreciate that, man. It's it's been tedious to I would say my hardest years were my first 7 years, because there was a immediate culture change, and then the league that we were a part of, there was a lot of changes going on. That was in that 7 year span, it was a mutiny was going on. We just had to experience a lot of turbulence during that time, and that kind of made it hard for business a little bit. But when we make up a mind where how we're going to put things together and how we're going to move forward, and sharing, like with the vision you just shared, sharing that vision with your players on how you're going to move, when you're going to move, and how and what you expect from your guys. The first thing they're going to see is you and how you react and how you move. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's something that kind of stuck with me. Like, I need my guys need to see me working. My guys need to see me working a vision. My guys need to see my marketing team putting in work. And it's, man, look, shoot, man, I thank God for the opportunity for you guys seeing us in the light that you do, because man, you know I work hard, man. Work hard to be reputable. You work hard to be respectful. You just work hard so people can be encouraged by what you do. And being a part of this league is, man, I'm super excited. I'm excited more so of the association. I get an opportunity to meet more new owners, people I've never met before, I've never been in the room with before. I'm excited for that to happen, and hope that some of the things we do could rub off on them, and then that's vice versa. Some of the things they do, we got to catch our eye and want to incorporate and implement over here. So it was a no-brainer for me. My wife and I made the decision like early February without even speaking to you. We just made the decision like early February. There's some things that was going on, and we just, we work hard, man, for our brand, and there's a certain look that we want. And man, the NBL was, I've been watching y'all for a couple of years, and just the NBL is somewhere where we just wanted to grow even more, and we feel we can definitely grow our brand here even more where it is. So
Appreciate that, man. I'll tell you this, and those are things when people say things like that, that's what make it tough on us, because then I'll be like, dang it, man, I gotta stay at this level and go harder, man. Why do you have to say that?
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. It's so. How does it look? Look, I'm gonna ask a tough question. I'm gonna just, man. How does it feel to have the most respected brand in the land, a part of the NBL, baby? You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking a T-shirt, man. I'm rocking my T-shirt tonight.
Oh, you
Legacy
you
on
got to
lock,
rock your
baby.
stuff. You
Yeah,
got to, you got to.
legacy on lock, man. I tell people, man, legacy on lock. You feel me? So
And
yeah.
that's what it is, man. You know what? That's back to Prince's question as far as legacy. I mean, not where I see it at, that right there as well. The legacy that you leave behind, like I want us to leave behind a legacy of brotherhood, regardless, of whatever. Because there's people you don't like, whether you are even players. How many people have you played against growing up and you couldn't stand that person and y'all end up being cool friends? You playing against them, cross them over, knocking each other on the ground, fouling each other, and then
It
all of a
happens
sudden,
all the time.
right. You know what I'm saying? So just like with the NBL, just creating a legacy. So for me, it's not like for me, it's for the players that are in the league. I want them to basically almost experience what I was able to experience as far as meeting other people. Like I love just meeting people from different areas, different countries, and things like that. Like somebody in New York can be in Houston and say they met one of your players and say, hey man, I'm in Houston. I'm just letting you know, man, maybe we can hook up and go out to and watch a game or something, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, just at least you have that. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, at least you have that. But to build a legacy of these guys having something, because it's a different avenue of a professional league that they wouldn't have had out, that traditional line of high school, college, NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay,
yeah.
Let's build something else where we can get these people to have a different path and to still experience their dream. So I like that shirt, Legacy on Lock. I like it.
Yeah, man. And this is just not for Houston Red Storm. I made it. If you see it, look, it's a shameless plug. You can stick any team's logo right there, man. So
Okay.
it's just what we do, man.
Yeah.
Man.
Now, man, see, Rev always repping though. He always repping.
Oh, I gotta
He
rep
he gonna make sure he represent anybody who look out for him, and even if you not looking out for him, he's still gonna make sure he look out for you, because that's the type of dude he is.
for sure.
That's what's up.
That's what he's been about, man. But brother Remus, man, I got another question for you. It's gonna be a little bit taxing, but you're very articulate, so I know you ready.
Okay, let's go with it. Yeah, it's
Hey, before you Aramis, yeah. And before you start scoring update, you got Atlanta 48, Golden State 46.
Oh, it's a close game.
Very close game. Very close game. Very close game. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
So for the minor or independent leagues, sustainability can be, it can be a major challenge, so to speak,
Yes.
right? How do you, as a commissioner, vet new ownership groups and markets to ensure they're building organizations that will thrive for 5, 10, or even 20 years rather than just surviving that 1 year that they are, branching off on at that particular time?
So, like I said earlier, as far as the we had to change the vetting process from just talking to myself or Commissioner Day or whatever. It had to be like, let's get the owners involved because they're more boots on the ground, as you say, where they usually have more um connections or interactions with these teams, and they're able to, like I said, hey, oh no, that team is bad or whatever. So if we have our teams and say we got, I don't know, 7, 8 owners on an interview call to interview them, and after they get off and they're saying, oh yeah, no, this team, you got 3 owners saying that, it's probably the truth, because then the other 5 don't know. So and we don't just open up a market just because either, to answer your other question, because to just, and I think that's one, like you said, sustainability for certain leagues, because we don't have any teams in Florida, for example. It's so many teams, our owners have been like, hey, we need to get some teams in Florida. Hey, how about this team or that team or whatever? And I was like, what y'all think about it? But to go grab a team in Florida, let's just say it's in Miami, that's tough because the closest team to them is going to be Atlanta. So just to bring them on, all they're going to do is probably drop out, during the season. And so you rather just not even have them because it's going to be tough. Because at this level, our problem is, and it's not even a problem, but our issue is everybody still works 9 to 5, right? This is not our only job. So if the top leagues that, let's just say the NBA or whoever, like they've established, because I'm pretty sure, like y'all said, in 46, 47, those players were still working and playing in the league, But you have to grow it, you have to build it. So it takes time to get to that sustainability of, like you said, not just a one season. But for us to try to get them there, we have to, as you said, vet them, which the first part is through ownership, the owners to kind of and to interview them and ask them all type of questions, including how do you plan on funding your league? Because some people have gotten on, oh yeah, me and my brother, we're gonna do it. Do y'all work? No, we don't work, but we're gonna do it. How?
Don't have no
something like that.
resources, don't have no way to bring in no funding, but they're gonna do it. Yeah,
We're gonna wing it.
Correct. And you have some owners that say they have sponsorship or whatever, and they don't or whatever. But again, that's why you have a group of people that are saying yay or nay to allowing people in, because again, it holds our owners responsible too, because our owners also don't want just any team in just because they come on and say how they're going to sustain a team. Now, other thing is, how's your competitiveness? Do you have some competitive players on your team? Because no team wants to just, we went through a stage of that in our beginning years where everybody was, you had the top 3 teams and then you had 20 teams getting blew out, and that was tough. So now when you got to the point where look, there's a team in our league that was always getting whooped. But I've been looking at some of their scores this past season, and now they are like right there with some of the top teams. Like they losing, but they right there, like 8 points, 4 points, 6 points.
There's not a wide margin of a loss, basically.
No. And then a lot of owners who want to build, like this is another thing too. Like I notice a lot of owners when they get to Maximum Madness, what they realize, I've had a couple of owners say something like this. Hey, I realize, like they'll make it to Maximum Madness and lose and then say, you know what? I realized I built my team to come out of our division. I didn't build my team to actually win. So I got to go back to the drawing board and get to actually win the whole thing. And that tells me that owner is growing, which is good, and they're understanding. Okay, hey, it's not just players in your area are good; it's players everywhere that are good.
I
So go ahead,
go
Rev.
ahead,
Go ahead,
go
Rev.
ahead. No. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So out of all of the teams that you would say are in your league, how many just off the top would you say are actually fully sustainable right now? If anything was to happen, they could still keep their team without naming any of them, of course. How many of your teams would you say would actually be fully sustainable and be able to still maintain if anything was to happen? Let's say something again like COVID was to happen.
Great question. And we went through that too. We went through that too. Man, you got me thinking. We went through a lot of stuff. Whew. Man, right? You didn't come this far to come this far, boy. Okay, so if I had to answer that, I think it would be, man. If I had to just count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I feel like I'm at 9. You could do it to 10, 11, 12. I would say right now, out of 30 teams, I think we could probably have about 20 that could still, if it was COVID, I think if it was a something like that, I think we could that they would still be sustainable. Because a lot of times when I say
Don't
that,
forget.
so
Don't forget 21.
oh yeah, 21, 21. I say that because again, I think about it's the owners. The own
Yeah.
It's not just the owners, it's the players, right? Because they have to go, but it's the owners who are going to keep them going, right? So when I thought about that, it's the owners who's going to say find a way to convince and engage the players to continue to play.
I know around that time for us, we as a our division just chose not to play that year. We had we had that liberty to, just kind of sit this one out. Because I mean, honestly, at the beginning of it, like in the division I was in, just straight Texas. We had like 12 teams, and it was Texas was already shut down. But to come back was, and I think I shared this with you, Aramis, about that USBN, and coming out of it was this USBN tournament, national tournament thing, and that kind of led us out of it. But man, it was tough. I had a kid that caught COVID. So we had to kind of isolate ourselves and had to what they you had to what they call it, like you had to like um
Quarantine.
yeah, quarantine, and then you have to go back and trace his steps for a whole week. Like, you know what I'm saying? To see, where did he get it from, who gave it to him, and all that. That was crazy, you know.
Sure.
And this is 21. We kind of low key coming out of COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
Um,
it was still hectic though. It was still
yes,
hectic.
yes, it was very hectic, man. It was very. I remember that, man. I remember that.
Yeah, we went through that where we had teams that, and that's nothing too. I'll tell you this: we knew we had some teams that was lying about stuff about COVID and just didn't want to go
Oh
to
yeah,
games as
oh
well
yeah,
too.
oh
So
yeah.
we went through a lot. Like, and I'm not saying that they like we had teams that were telling the truth, but you can tell when well, we got COVID. That's because that was an easy excuse to just
Yeah,
get out the game
yeah.
because
Yep.
of course you're not medical wise. You just like
Mhm.
you're not going to argue that.
You had some that was
Um,
telling the truth, and then on the flip side, you had some trying to get out of it. So yeah.
Man, you know
Correct.
what's crazy?
Correct.
I was Central Region Director. Teams in Michigan, Illinois, uh, Missouri. That was the region I was overseeing at that time. And man, it was a whole team got it. And one of the players, watch this, one of the players and another player's mom passed
Mm.
from the same strand. It was crazy. It was because I know about the lies. I know about not trying to have a home game because everybody trying to you in St. Louis last week, but now everybody got it. Everybody got it when it's your home, when it's your home game, you know,
Right.
you know. But it was hard to decipher who's telling what, But I do remember,
You're
I
right.
do remember that happening, man. It was crazy. It was crazy. It
I
was
think I
crazy.
think I think with that, I got my views on that too as far as COVID. I think with anything, I don't care if it's COVID, flu, or whatever. I think if your body is its own hospital, right? If we all actually get the rest we need, because I'm like a little kid. I fight sleep. I'll be up at night. I don't if I don't have to be at work till 11, I'm still up. Like, no, I feel like I'm gonna miss something. No, I ain't gonna
Yeah,
miss nothing. But if you actually get your rest, eat properly like we're supposed to. Pizza don't grow on trees, so anything that's from the earth is what we I'm gonna say we, because I know me too. We
yeah,
are
yeah.
supposed to be what we're supposed to be eating. Pizza don't grow on trees.
I like that. I like that.
All of that
Pizza.
stuff. So French fries, but if we took those toxins out of our body would heal itself a lot quicker. And when we realize, if we really realize, like, it's not a trick, I probably started thinking like this a few years back. Like, it's not a trick. God ain't trying to trick us. It's like, it's
Nah,
right here.
nah.
You
Right,
want it, here it go. You
right.
know what I'm saying? And I
Man, but
think
them
so.
Papa's barbecue fries be calling me though, Aaron. So
No,
they just,
no.
ooh,
Hey, I'm
God,
not here to knock
good
nobody. I just
God.
had look, I'm
And
all
they
over the place. I'm all over the place myself. Like last
and they
night, I just
hand cut. They hand cut, Aramis. They hand cut, bro.
what are
That's
these called?
yeah. I know. See, they just
Look,
sound.
look, you're inquiring about him now. Look, you're
Hey,
inquiring about him. Look.
Papa's, Papa's,
I might be there, and then I'm gonna
right,
take 3 days and sleep for 3 days. No, I'm not
right,
even gonna wake up. I'm gonna sleep for three
Look.
days, let my body get rid of it, and then
right,
I'll
right,
be all
You
right.
you
right.
gonna you
Papa
gonna do
is
what
the
Jesus did? Rise up on the third, huh? That's what you're gonna do.
Yeah, get up. Yeah, I'll be all
hey
right. Yeah,
Rise up,
Papa's
yeah,
barbecue.
move.
Papa's
yeah.
barbecue fries are the best, bro. They're hand
What
cut.
what restaurant is this?
Papa's barbecue.
Papa, oh, that must be in down there in Houston.
Yeah,
No,
it's
you
down
don't
this
like
way.
Papa Do's, Papa's seafood?
Oh, Papa Do's. Oh, is it at Papa Do's?
No, it's they have a Papa's barbecue. They don't
I'm gonna
have.
look
Hold on,
that up.
I don't know if
hold on.
Papa's barbecue is like um
Let me see if they're there,
United
man.
States wide. I know it's a Texas thing or at least a Houston thing. I don't know if
Oh,
it's
so it is here in Dallas.
I'm gonna find out for
uh
you right now. Yep, it is. It
okay.
is.
So Papa's, if Papa's is there, then yes, because I know
Okay.
Yes,
for as far as barbecue chains in Dallas, I
yes,
know
yeah.
they stretch out to like Rudy's barbecue and all of that. So
You know what? I'm probably gonna get killed on after I say this, but I don't see what's all the big hoo ha about barbecue here in Texas.
oh
Whoa,
my oh.
whoa, bro. What?
You know what? Hey, can
But
we
you know
remind them
what?
what? Can we remind them where we at, Rev? Because I don't know what we gonna do with that one.
Oh, I'm just being honest, man. Oh,
When the weekend turns to Monday and the clock strikes 9, we're bringing you a message that'll stand the test of time. We got the wisdom in the building, keeping everything secure. A late night conversation that is positive and pure. Turn your radio up, tell your family and your friends. This is where the true community connection begins. It's a place for inspiration, it's a place for real talk. The most uplifting hour on your late night walk. Trusty Sean P, Deacon King Ace, and your host, Reverend Larry. The mic is live right now.
Bro, what?
So listen, you just
Hey, look.
we've
This
had
is a
some crazy
reminder.
talks, but that was a crazy one right there. I ain't gonna lie to
Hey,
you.
just a reminder, this will be rebroadcast at midnight tonight on Radio 17. But that take right there, that's crazy work,
That's
man.
diabolical.
Yeah, where you getting your barbecue from? That's what I want to know, man. What?
And where is it better where you're getting it from? If you
Yeah,
say what's the
where
thing
you?
about it being better than Texas? Because I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not as offended. I just never heard someone say that. So
Yeah, I
that's
have not said yeah. Because I said that last night in a church full of people in Memphis, and I said, look, hey, and I said something like, man, when I come to Memphis, I need some brisket. And man, they jumped on me. I'm like, wait, y'all don't eat brisket? Because you know, Memphis supposed to be a barbecue city.
Yeah, Memphis is.
And they talking about ribs. I'm like, ribs, man, y'all, man, that's too easy. Y'all get a brisket. See, a brisket lets you know
Oh, they
what you
said just.
want.
Oh, okay, I got you. Got you.
But I
Well,
will, I will
look.
say this. I will say this before you go there. Let me say this. I will say this. I'm not a fan of Papa's barbecue. I am not. I am not a fan of Papa's barbecue. But them doggone fries, though. Woo!
Well, I'm
Church.
gonna probably try it
so the
one
French
day.
fries is where you draw the line. That's
Woo!
Who,
crazy.
me?
No, I'm
And
talking about
burgers.
Rev.
And
This
burgers.
this where
And
this where we're
burgers.
gonna draw the line real quick. So you draw the line with the
And
fries, but the
burgers.
barbecue itself ain't what it is.
No, Doc, it ain't.
Oh
It ain't.
man,
It
this is
ain't.
crazy.
It ain't. But
The
see,
place called
okay, look,
Papa's Barbecue itself, but the
bro.
fries are better than the barbecue. Okay.
But I come from a barbecue family, bro. That's what we do. You understand what I'm saying,
I can
bro? I
see.
used to smoke.
I can see. I can see you.
I
Look,
used to
look.
smoke
Don't
spam in college, man. You understand what I'm talking
don't
about,
put me on the pitchfork. I'm cool. I got you. Look, I'm following.
bro? I used to put spam on the grill. You dig what I'm saying, bro? It was deep like that for us. So when you put some barbecue in my face, if it needs sauce, that ain't a good look. See, that's my background. So when he said that, that did something to me, bro.
It made you have some questions. I
That
got
did something to me. But
That's
see, one more thing. And see, he might
uh,
have been going to somebody who has a indoor grill. See, there's a huge difference of smoke. I'm talking about smoke of an indoor grill and an outdoor grill. And see, that's why I can't get with Papa's because they're using an indoor grill, which you can't really get that smoke taste. Go ahead, Aaron.
no,
Give
you
me a
good,
minute.
man. Y'all
Give me
y'all
a minute.
teaching me, man. I just, I'm just like, it's all right. I would tell you what I like about Texas. I'm here for a reason, right? I'm here because I got tired of 6 months of winter, and I'd rather deal with 6 months of heat.
I
Everybody can't
respect that.
handle that though, man. That's hey, look,
I,
hey,
I,
listen.
I
That's a whole
respect
nother
that.
segment we're gonna get into. But
I
you
got,
see, Giannis left Milwaukee for all that winter,
but
so he
that's
can
what I'm
go
saying.
Yeah,
southeast for some heat.
I
yeah.
got built-in tent. I'm okay with it. That's what
Same
it's.
here, same here. Not one vehicle
Hey,
drive don't
scoring,
have no 10 on it, so
scoring
I'm with you.
update. Scoring update. 59-59.
Oh, that's a real close game.
Side game.
And
Okay,
ATL is going to the line.
Quarter.
Fourth
that's what's
quarter,
up.
5:50 to go.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a
Quarter.
70, almost 80 point game, depending on who playing defense or who not.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you. 10 all the way around. I don't have
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
vehicle
I
that
got
don't
I
have it.
built-in
got
tent. That's
I
what it's
can't do
for.
it. I'm already dark enough. I don't need no more sun. If I get any
Yeah,
more sun, my tattoo's gonna disappear. That's where I'm
yeah,
at with it.
yeah. I'm
Like
okay.
like look like the lights I got right now is showing I'm a little bit. Nah, I'm dark.
right, right,
So
right, right,
so
right,
if I'm
right.
in the sun any longer than I need to be, I'm gonna have a tan line and my tattoo's gonna blend in with it. So I'm with you. I'm with
Right.
you.
Hey.
Yeah. Giannis had
But
to leave that cold too. I ain't mad at you, man. I ain't
brother,
mad.
while we still got you, man, I got one more question for you
I-
if you ready for it.
Absolutely. I'm always ready, man.
All right. So man, so your mission emphasizes providing a platform for high level basketball talent, particularly for
Uh-huh.
players striving for international opportunities or major professional contracts. From a structural standpoint, what specific programs or resources is the league investing in to guarantee these players to visibly and resourcefully receive um, these
Opportunities.
programs and opportunities to succeed in your league?
So there's some. I've been also trying to connect with other countries and because like for example, last year actually, we opened up in Peru. So we had NBL Peru last year because I've people have came to me about having combines and things like that here, or like in Dominican Republic to come here. It was another country. Was it Puerto Rico? I forgot. No, not, but that's not a country. But we had other places where they wanted us to have stuff. They would reach out like, "Hey, can we do this?" And I would listen to them, and I hear that it's just about them coming here and us bringing the players, and they're gonna leave, and that's it. There's no other thing like outside of that. And I don't want to have the NBL looking bad, my name looking bad, or anything like that. But so I tried to connect with other countries so we can have those opportunities for players because we're at a different with social media and things like that now. We can do a lot of stuff ourselves. We you don't need where before social media, really had to know somebody. You still kind of got to know people, but you really had to know somebody to know somebody.
Right.
Give them your VHS tape and stuff like that. Now is
man.
It's on your phone. So, but that to answer your question, it's building, trying to build other relationships in other countries so that these players can have the opportunity to experience that. Because like just being honest, last season when we had players go to Peru, it wasn't that everybody got paid. See, because that's the thing. Again, everybody's looking to get paid, but what they don't understand is no matter what level you are, you have to do something to bring money back into that organization. I don't care if it's the NBA, right? So just like other leagues across overseas, they may be building. That owner may have a team, and that owner may just be working as well and paying people and paying their imports and things like that. But it's a lot that goes into it. It's not just that, and people think it's just, oh, you got the money. If you're an owner, that means you have the money, so pay me. Okay, pay you for what though? What are you going to do for me? Are you just getting wins is not it. Like you have to be able to have a fan base, bring a fan base out. Like how many followers? Just like on social media, how many followers do you have? Out of those followers, how many are going to come to these home games, right? Because there's another thing they don't understand. Just like the star teams of the star players on the team, or like in the NBA. If you really think about it, let's say SGA. You just said that what's his name? Hardenstein got 75 million, right?
Yeah,
3 years.
3 years, 75 million. You're basically making 25 a year.
Correct. Is anybody coming to see Hardenstein?
No.
Who's going to buy a ticket and say no? But the reason they gave him that because if you really think about it, SGA is paying his check because of his
contribution
to the team of how he's able to do certain things.
Facts.
And that's what any
people.
player.
Yeah, and people don't understand. OKC is a small market.
Very small. They're very small.
Right.
It's still a very small market coming.
Yeah, still a very small
transfer.
Yeah.
There.
Right. Yes. So people like LeBron, he's paying Rui Hachimura's salary, right? Because he's there. Like that's what people have to understand. Like who are they coming to see? So at this level, like what fan base do you have coming out and you just want to get paid? Like I get you. It's nothing wrong with wanting to get paid. There's nothing wrong with that. Right. But what I'm saying is you have to put the work.
Where's the supplemental money coming from? Because that's basically what it is. It's a supplemental amount that someone else is making because of someone else's name or marketability.
Just like any business, everybody's looking at the ROI. So right now, currently, we're looking in a shoe deal for our organization. Number one question is going to be, what's going to be our ROI?
Right.
How many units you're going to be able to sell?
Right.
And if we're breaking even, then it's no thank you. Because I mean, you can do that, but I can do that myself. Right.
Right.
People want to know what's your ROI. I had a kid about 15 years ago. He wanted me to pay him $3,000 a month I said, okay, now look, we can have this tough conversation in. So let's just say and he came out of UMass, right? And this is what I told him. I said, okay, so if I put just your name on a billboard and the website to the tickets, come see me play. Your name,
Mm-hmm.
website of the tickets. How many tickets do you think you'll sell here in Houston? Because you're not from here. But how many tickets do you think you will sell? And mind you, this is well before social media, right? This was in 2010. All right. And you're like, man, at least 300. I said, ooh, man, I'm in a hole, because I got to pay you 3,000. That's when my tickets were $10 then. I said, man, I got to pay you 3,000, and you're not gonna be the. I mean, I got to pay my staff. I got to pay. Like, I'm in a hole already. I said, do you see where I'm coming from? Do you understand that it's more than just like you yourself just told me you're not worth paying you $3,000, and I'm sure you said 300 because it's a safe number. But that's not, I have more than you on the team.
Yeah.
I have to pay you. I have to pay others. So I'm immediately in the hole.
Yeah, they don't understand that. They
Well,
until
I have those tough conversations with my guys. They already understand where we are, and I have a little advantage where we give them like since we own a printing company, we give them like a NIL deal, so to say, where we give them a merchandising deal, so they can sell. When they sell merch, game day jerseys, we sell game day jerseys for $45. I pay them $15 for every sale. For shirts that are $20, I pay them $5. I give them those type of incentives. And with this shoe deal we got going on, the incentives are gonna be even more. But it's coming from it's showing you value. You understand what I'm saying? It's showing you value where true value is. Like if your mom, I had players' mom, $10. Oh hell no! Like, and you want me to pay you? Your mama not even willing to come pay $10. Mama.
And it's $10 is $10.
Man,
it's nothing more, nothing less. $10 is $10.
I game day tickets on $10 anymore, but I'm just saying
for sure.
Our game day tickets are 15 now, but we have to work ourselves to get there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But they should be willing to support you, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Like your people should be willing, even if that's high. Like okay, but it's for right.
Yeah. And so it's semi-pro sports, man. It garners like you can't afford a losing season. Like you can't afford a losing season, man. Not in semi-pro sports. People ain't gonna come see. Yeah, this ain't like AAU. Like, oh, look at my baby, and it's 48-12.
Right.
It ain't gonna happen.
Right. Right.
I'll never forget my first game, my organization's first game. We had 22 turnovers at halftime. I had 500 people at that game. Man, it was 200 people in my next game. Yes, man. Yes.
22 at halftime?
I would expound on how that happened.
You don't even have to. I wouldn't want us to do that. Not for
halftime. The halftime speech from my coach was very, here go my word again, very interesting.
Oh man, that's a safe word.
Yes, that's my safe word. It was
very
safe word,
interesting.
I will say this: I left discouraged. And honestly, and this is my first game. I'm figuring out to myself, how long is he gonna stay around here? After I heard that speech, I'm like, okay, well, I don't know how long this is gonna last with him. And I actually fired him after our first win. We went 0-4 before we won our first game. When I fired
him. You said this ain't right. We needed a losing season. I was trying to get the first draft, but you got us a win. You fired.
Man, bruh. Because I'm watching. It was an embarrassing. I had Sheila Jackson Lee here. Our state representative Sheila Jackson Lee at the game. And bro, I had people at the game because I'm
Got a
trying
chance to
to,
meet her before too. So
yeah, I'm
that's
trying
tough.
to pitch to them. I need my own
That's tough.
facility, my sports complex, right?
That's tough, man.
And she's telling me like, man, yeah, because we can put it in my district. Like I got,
You
and when
basically
they,
putting in the extra work for it to not happen like it was supposed to, basically.
bro, and although we won, it was an ugly win.
Nah,
It was an ugly
22
win,
turnovers
bro.
at half is crazy.
Yes,
That's
22
that is
turnovers at
that is
halftime, bro.
insane.
And
That's
I was like,
insane.
oh my God, it was bad. It was bad.
That's
That's not good basketball.
y'all pulled a wizard out the hat to be able to win that because there
Yeah.
any other team who
No, no,
had
no, no.
22 turnovers.
We did not win that game. We didn't win
Oh,
our
okay,
home
okay,
opener.
okay. I thought you said
No, we
y'all
didn't
won
win
out.
it.
My bad. My
No, no, no.
apologies.
We won. We won after going 0-4. We won the next game. We won a fifth game.
Okay. My
But
apologies.
his style of play, like his concept, like I try to stay out of my coach's way, right? And so his style of play was like defense don't win championships. That's what he said. Yeah, he was like, yeah. So is anybody on defense scored 2 points? That's what, that was his,
But
that was his philosophy, man. And so
I
you
would have
can't.
said,
It's not sustainable. That that style of basketball was not sustainable, and it broke me. Um,
but I would have said, yeah, defense don't win games either because you ain't won one. So, what do you do?
yeah, but no, at training camp, that was his question. He asked me like, man, do y'all believe defense win championships? And everybody, yeah. Man. He said, have y'all ever scored defense 2 points on defense? And nobody said anything, and so that validated. But I'm looking like this is what I hired. Because at that time, that's when I had a GM. Like I don't even have a GM no more. I don't have a GM no more.
You've been doing everything yourself basically at this point in time.
No, not every. I don't do everything. I do have a president of basketball operations. I run everything by, and my coach is heavily involved in players that I get. You know, but I got tired of like the product on the court. I took over the GM spot like in 2021. I took over the GM because I wasn't too keen on some of the product we put on the floor because you like when people want to in order for you to have sellable tickets, you have to have a product on the court, right? That's going to pull people to at that time it was $10, and so some of the product on the court I wasn't too excited about. And I know if I'm not excited about it, it's hard to me to ask people to buy tickets.
Yeah.
You know,
So while we have you both here, just as kind of a offside question, and you both can answer it simultaneously if you like. What would you say was the best and or worst season that you can say that you've had, but was able to bounce back from and had a great outcome to?
ooh, I let the commissioner go on that one.
I'm gonna say the it's COVID, and the reason I say that is because for me it was our first year. We were already planning to go fall winter season, but the NBL was a spring summer season at the time, and so the goal was to go ahead and finish out that spring summer and then go to winter fall. But it kind of I'm sorry, fall, winter, but it kind of helped out. It helped out. I mean, it sucks that, because people passed away from that stuff. But on our end, it helped us out because that was the plan anyway. But that was my first year over the NBL, and in March come, and of course you see it on TV. People don't know what it is, and of course, even myself, I was thinking like, whatever it is, they'll get it together, they'll fix it, it won't spread too far. And then all of a sudden, it was shut down. Everything shut down. So you had to have a meeting with the owners. We actually had a meeting, and we had a meeting with the owners and everybody. And that's like I said, like what you asked earlier before my phone actually died on you. As far as the culture of the league, we all talked about it. How do we want to handle this? And we all talked about it, and we said, okay, we're gonna wait because we were supposed to start in April. And when they announced it in March, we were like, okay, hey, let's just figure it out. The bottom line came, let's wait 2 weeks, see what happens, and then we'll go from there, come back to the table and try to figure it out. And that's what we did. So it was when you're the head of something, you know, people are looking to you for guidance, and you're kind of like, you have to be on top of it. You got to put fire. You got to be a quick thinker and things like that. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with thinking quick in the midst of a fire, in the middle of all the chaos. I don't have a problem with that, but it is kind of like, okay, you need to answer, and some things you need to answer fast, and some things you can wait a time a little bit. But COVID was one where you needed to answer fast. And with none of us in none of these leagues owning our own gym, you had no choice but to kind of stick and move with it. And that was one that was tough, that we had to really figure out how to stick and move with that. But I mean, everybody was going through it. But the one thing I'm grateful for, and I say this all the time, I'm grateful for the owners that they are, like I said, with our culture, where we're able to talk things out. Because when I owned the team, I remember being part of a league, and you get on a call and people are arguing on there, this, that, and the other. And I'm not saying we're perfect. We have people that kind of go back and forth, but we kind of like, hey, okay, we reel it back in and go from there. And when I was an owner, I didn't see that out of some of the commissioners when I was a team owner at one point. This was before I came to the NBL match, but Michael Wright, when I was under him, it was, everything was fine as far as that. But yeah, so I would say, to answer your question, it was COVID. That was the season that was toughest for me to have to bounce back from.
I think honestly, it's going to be this upcoming season for us, because the loss that we just had with Eric and the impact that he had on the floor. I think honestly, this season is probably going to be my hardest. I know the first few games, probably this whole entire season, going to be a very emotional season. Somebody reached out to us and asked if we could do a preseason game with them, and I'm on the fence because I want my next game to be meaningful. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my next game to be like a
filler.
Yeah, I don't, because it's going to be a very emotional game. I want, when we take the court, I want to take the court knowing that, this is something that we're in. That's just kind of where we are. I'm having to answer those questions. My wife and I, we talking, like, where we, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna move?
So maybe.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I apologize. Well, maybe one thing, I don't know if you've thought about this or if you've done it before, but maybe one thing y'all can do is just a game in between yourselves, a red and white or red and black, whatever color you are.
And that's actually what we're thinking about, an inter squad game. That's been on the table. Just not that preseason game, because when we put on are you planning on coming down for our home opener?
Maybe no, because I don't know, depending on who wins between the Avengers and the Gorillas. So with their ring ceremony, I'm at their ring ceremony, at their home opener. So I don't know when their home opener is.
Okay. Yeah, we're playing on something very, very special, but we put on, like, our games, our home games, we put on shows, man. We really go all out.
Unless let's just say the Gorillas win and they want their ring ceremony in Houston.
Oh.
No, that's a setup. No, that's a setup.
I don't know why they would do that.
If they
You would.
win, it might be the Avengers, and then you ain't got to worry about it. But
Well, I mean, I don't know why somebody would, want to lose the night they get their rings. I mean, that's not.
yeah.
Man,
But
brother, man, go ahead, Rev. Go ahead, Rev.
I think honestly that's going to be emotional season for us, and it's probably going to be. Oh man, my bad. Probably going to be a tough for us, no doubt.
My condolences of your player, and I know you earlier you were talking about somebody's mother was sick or whatever. So praying for her too.
Yeah, that's one of our other guys that's on there with us.
Trustee Sean P. Yeah, his mom had surgery today. Big shout out to Sean P. Man and his mother.
Big shout out.
Yeah. I knew it was some why he wasn't here tonight because Sean P. is
he'll be here. He'll be here talking his his hot ish.
Yeah.
He'll be talking.
Bruh, you'll love Sean P.
Now
you definitely have to come back. You definitely have to come back and be involved with us when we got Sean P on the stage, man. Because Sean P gonna give his 2 cents.
Yeah, give me a heads up. I got you.
Yeah, man, he's definitely gonna get in but give his 2 cents, man. Let me ask you this, man. Like, because I know you guys have a process. I know you have a process. What do you see the league 5 years from now?
Like I said, it's standing on its own. Everybody hopefully working for themselves. If this could be look, as much I deal with complaints at my job now, but basketball has always been my lane, my passion. So that's where I see it for us. And because by that time we'll be, 15, 16 years in. Definitely and it has a lot of buzz, but like the top league at that time, and everybody, the goal is to get everybody to work for themselves, because if we can get to that point, then I mean, I'll take those complaints. If that's the only complaint I got to deal with, sure. I'll take that, and that's what I want for y'all. I want y'all to let this be our only job. I mean, we can do it. We can do it. We just have to get everybody on the same page. We have to get the players on the same page to be willing to be in the trenches with the owners and the coaches and saying and understanding they have to. I already know what it is. The problem is we watch TV and we say, "Oh, it's easy," but we weren't like Prince said earlier. We weren't born in the 40s to see the growth of it then, right? Yeah. We're in it and we see, oh, well, if they got it, why can't I just have it? If you're getting people $300 and something million for 3 years, the players here are like, why can't I get it?
Crazy.
But the thing they don't understand, which is what I said about the WNBA, you have to have a fan base out. People have to come watch you. Money is not coming out the air.
Gotta put butts in seats, man.
Yeah.
You got to have people watch you some type of way, because that's where the money's going to come from the people who want to be entertained, because that's what it is. The people who want to be entertained, and people, there's a niche for it, which is the like you said, you don't want to use the word gritty, like it's a grimy type person, but you people want that back and forth between a defender and an offensive player. Like you was like, man, I want to see so-and-so lock up, Kobe. I want to see Kobe destroy, the best defender or whatever. You wanted to see that. You
want to see that matchup.
We watching centers in a 3-point contest in the regular season. You know what I'm saying? Up and down the court.
And that's this positionless basketball that we're
I can't stand it. Ain't no such thing as positionless.
I mean, well, that's the narrative that these guys are pushing, and I'm actually glad that you mentioned that, because while we still have you here for the time that we have you, because we greatly appreciate you being here with us for the time that you've been here. What do you think about because we've talked about the WNBA, we've talked about semi-pro, we haven't really got a chance to talk about college like we want to. What do you think about the state of the NBA and some of the trades that has been going on for the little bit of what you at least have an idea of?
Okay, as far as the trades, I can definitely talk about the trades. I feel Well, so this is what I think. I think the NBA is going to go back to what I was saying about the years from 85 to 2000. I think it's at the verge at the beginning of that. Because if you, or maybe, yeah, at the beginning. Because if you look at,
the guard and power forward era.
well, no, not as far as that. I mean,
Okay.
as far as every team having somebody, because a few years back, every team didn't have somebody. Now, if you look at it, now, of course, Giannis just left Milwaukee, right? Okay, but look at look at
And I'm
New
doing that
York.
because I'm a Heat fan. So yeah, I'm doing that.
I
Yeah.
know, I know. That's why I was laughing. But look at New York. They got Cat. They got Jalen Brunson, right? You look at
Do they have Cat?
As of right now, yes. Just like we have Norman Powell until he actually signs for another team. So yes.
Question
well,
before you finish, Adams. What
uh,
is his contract? Is he a restricted free agent or what is he? That's my stat guy. That's my stat guy.
okay. Well,
But while I find that, go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
Give
Go
me a
ahead,
synopsis,
Adams.
brother.
so yeah, while he looks that up. So if you look at it, and then of course now Giannis just left there, but then if you look at Bam was down there in Miami, you got what's that? Memphis, you got Ja Morant, and then you got Boston with Jason Tatum, you got the Lakers with Luka and LeBron, you got Cooper Flag in Dallas, you got like everybody had look at San Antonio. Everybody almost has somebody now. So it's in the next maybe 3 years, you're going to see a lot more in my opinion, if they allow them to play a little bit more defense, not necessarily like the 80s knocking you out the air, but allow them to just be a little bit more, slightly more physical or in the game. It's going to be a good balance, I believe. So these trades and everything that's happening, I tell you this, there's two things. Actually, before I got on in the first place, I heard Prince say that he's more of a fan of team players wanting to play against, top players and stay where they are. I'm all for that. I think just your natural desire to be competitive should want you to do that. But I also think that the teams should, because people are not loyal like they were back in the day. If your contract is up and you like that big three thing that happened before, that's not the player's fault. It's the team's fault, because just like the GM is looking at that stuff and who's available, this, that, and the other. If you don't want somebody to go somewhere, you need to lock them up, entice them to stay, so that they won't go. So you can have that. But outside of that, it's the player that got to say, nope, I don't want to team up with you. I want to play against you.
I have that Karl Anthony Towns update for you.
Hey, real quick.
Go ahead for your team update.
Golden State wins 78-75.
Very close.
But ATL doesn't have a closer, man. That chick, Alyssa Gray, I think her name is. She might be out.
She can go though. She can.
Yeah, but is she out tonight? I haven't. Let me see something. I'm not seeing the whole game.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Been on either.
Yeah, I can't. I'm trying to not be rude, but I want to make sure we get updates and whatnot. And she did play tonight. She had a bad game. She had a horrible game. 5 for 13.
She usually plays. She's been playing pretty well. She's actually a pretty good rebounder too.
Yeah,
what I've known.
Yeah, she had a rough game tonight. Angel Reese 15 and 12, and Alyssa Great 14, 2 and 2. Rough game for her. Man. So that's the update for that. Go ahead, Aaron. I'm sorry.
But the Karl Anthony Towns update is he's still under contract this year, and then he has a player option next year when he's 32.
He's upset because he hasn't gotten an extension. That's
yeah. That's what it is. He's gonna make $57 million this year, and then he has a player option for $61 million next year.
And they're not.
But you upset.
Jeez. I couldn't be the GM.
You have average Americans can't even make $100,000. You complaining about $57 million.
Yeah, I couldn't do it,
Oh,
GL.
man.
Because if you talking about, oh man, I ain't got no extension. No, I'd have been like, you got an extension. Every time you extend your butt to that 3-point line when you should be in the post, that's your extension. You stay your butt in the post, you
But
get an extension.
he does it based on his matchups, which Wemby was an easy matchup for him because Wemby don't want to be in the paint, and Wemby don't have the body composition and frame to handle someone who's much more who's a lot bigger. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
Rudy Gobert is bigger, but he's not an offensive threat. Hardenstein is a bigger body in girth, but he's not an offensive threat. Klingit
Right.
for Portland is a bigger body, but he's not an offensive threat. If Wemby had to play Jokic, if he had to play Cat, DeAndre Ayton when he was with the Suns, not this new whoever he think he is today, DeAndre Ayton. Right.
Leave that one alone. I know what I was about to say to that one. Leave that one alone.
Like look, Rev told you early. We talk real here.
Oh yeah,
we
get
real about basketball over here.
We speak all of it.
Whether we agree or disagree, we get as real as we can. Right.
Did you hear
I'm
what
gonna
I
leave that
asked?
one alone.
You know, so when you're talking about a player who's playing against someone who's not offensively gifted or skilled, then defensively you don't really have that much to worry about as far as Cat. But Cat likes to go to the 3-point line. But for that team that they have, who's guard centric, because Cat was actually playing the 5, OG was playing the 4, Mikal was playing the 3, and then you had you had Josh Hart, and then you also had Jalen Brunson. They were actually more guard centric. That's where they're trying to go. So if each team who's won the NBA championship, every team after that is trying to follow that same makeup. Just think about every team that has won, they have followed the exact same makeup to try to match that team that has won, which is why we have not seen a back-to-back NBA champion in this last almost 10, I would say 8 years. Yeah, 8 to 9 years almost.
So this is the thing. If teams, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna get up out of here in a minute, but if teams realize, okay, I'm gonna draft and y'all want to have these guards, sure, no problem. I'm gonna get it. We gonna dump it down to the post, and y'all gonna have to slow it down. The other team gonna have to slow. Ain't no running up and down this flow because we gonna get the ball to the post and we and mismatch and get the guard down low. That's what we gonna do.
But that's what I would remedy. That's a remedy for that.
The only problem with that, brother, is that the posts are trying to be like guards now, though. So they're not even playing with their back to the basket as much. Like you have a hobble Joel Embiid who can give us some good games in a certain stretch, but he can't play the entire season. Giannis is not usually playing with his back to the basket. He can, but he plays downhill. Jokic can play with his back to the basket, and he can play straight up. He's the only big typically who could do that in the league.
I agree with you. He's the only one I would allow to play the way he's playing. Everybody else, get your butt in the post. Don't come from down there. We gonna work. You in the gym working. Look, yesterday I played in a rec league game. It was our first game. There's some people there didn't know we had a guy on our team that was about 6'4", 6'5". It was a guy that was guarding him, and I'm not exaggerating. It was a guy that was guarding that. Well, let me say this. He was guarding him on the court that was about 5'6", 5'7". And I was on the bench. You said what?
Man,
I said, let me mute my mic because if you say something that I'm gonna be,
I got a feeling what you about to say too.
Befuddled about, I don't want to sound off on here, so let me go ahead and mute my mic real quick.
No, don't mute it. Look, I said I was on the bench, and I think something happened. It was a foul or something like that. And I said, hey man, because I don't know him. It's our first game. It's not even my team. Somebody else put the team together, but they weren't there.
Just joined on what was going on or whatever. Yeah.
And I said, hey, can you can you post up? You got footwork or whatever? He said, no, I'm a guard. I said, okay, you're a guard, but can you at least catch the ball and then just put it up over him? Can you do that? He said, yeah. I said, okay, we didn't get down there. But you 6'5", and now mind you, he's the tallest one on the team. Everybody else was about everybody else was 6'3" and 6'2" and down.
Okay.
So it was one guy was 6'2", everybody else is about 6 feet and down. I'm
5'11",
5'10".
so on and so forth. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So you're the tallest one. You got a guy that's 5'6", 5'7" guarding you,
And he's 6'4", 6'5".
and he did. Yeah, he said, "I'm a guard." Okay, but what happens to what happens
That's
to where
tough.
the team needs you at? But okay, you may be a guard, but what about everybody else? They're guards too. We need you here right now to win the game. And now mind you, we didn't lose because of him. We lost the game. We didn't lose because of him. But
Okay.
he could have made the game easier for us.
How many points he scored?
Oh, I don't even know. I ain't looking at no stat
20?
sheet.
No.
No
20?
stat sheet.
20? 20 in the
I didn't
paint?
look at.
I'm just
No,
saying
he didn't go to the paint. He didn't go down there. Even when I said, "Can you at least go down there and just catch it and put it over?"
I'm sorry.
He said,
I'm sorry, but you did lose because of him.
that
was my point. Yeah, you did lose.
Oh, yeah, I hear you. I just gonna be fair and be like, other people made a lot of mistakes too. I even threw a turnover, but we didn't lose because of him. He just could have made it a lot easier on us to win the game because
So
we
it was a
at one
blowout?
point.
So when you
So
say
blowout?
that, I would look
we
at
lost like
if his play
8.
style was
8.
versatile to be able
11,
to
I
play
think.
inside out, then yeah, it makes a difference if he played inside and understood how to play inside. But depending on his age and him knowing, bro, you're the tallest guy on the court, go inside. That's very
lost
common
because of
sense
him,
to
man.
anyone who understands the game of basketball.
Y'all lost because of him, bro.
But
Okay.
a part of me does agree with Rev that if you're 6'4", 6'5", and you are the tallest man on the court, bro, we throw the ball into you, man, lay the ball up. Nobody 5'6"
We
supposed
don't
to
need.
even be giving you that type of issue. But
Yeah.
if that's not even his game and he's never played in the post as being 6'4", 6'5",
He loves
so-
to take
so
points
this-
on that court.
And this is why I took the other route and said, okay, well, can you at least just stand down there? If they give you the ball, then you just turn around, put it in there. Yeah, okay. like let's get somewhere. Now, if you saying you can't do none of that, now I'm like, oh well, I see why you out here with us. Okay.
Yeah, right.
And now your
Right.
undersized players or your guards are actually rebounding better than your big, who actually has the height to rebound.
Yeah, and you know what? That's true too. Yeah, because everybody else was rebounding for the most part. That's true. Yeah. Look,
crazy.
I hate the way basketball has gotten, but
That's crazy.
But
We
I
don't
do
play like that,
appreciate.
though. Jesus.
No,
We don't play like that.
I do appreciate y'all having me on tonight, man. I really do. Man, it was an honor to be on. I love the song. It got a good vibe feel to it. I don't know if because I'm an old man now and I'm like, yeah, rugged out tonight. But I love it, man. I love it. Y'all can, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing. What's your boy name?
Sean P. Trustee Sean P.
Trustee Sean P.
Trustee Sean P. Oh, he's a trustee down there?
Well, no, that's with my show. You know, that's Deacon King Ace.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hey, I really appreciate y'all, man. This was fun, and I would definitely be back when Trustee Sean P. I think what it is, Sean P. knew I was gonna be here. He didn't want no parts of me. That's okay, Sean P. I'll see you on the next one, man. But I'm praying for your mother a speedy recovery, and I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man, we about to sign out anyway, man. And I want to say, man, thank you for allowing us to be a part of your league. Thank you for even approving our proposal to host the Maximum Madness. And man, we cannot wait to start the season in your league. We're excited. And as I shared with you before, man, teams are watching. Teams are definitely watching, and which is a good thing. And but I'm confident. I'm confident they're gonna, come on board because I've had to answer a few questions last week about your league. About our league. Yeah, I had to answer a few questions, and I told them, I was like, man, look, the reason I chose the NBL, first is black owned. Two, the competition is real even. And then three, like there's so much room for improvement regarding growth that I want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful for you saying yes to the night. I had to at least show off, you know, where I'm about to go and what I'm a part of, man. So, you know, I thank you, man. You know,
I definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, this is a segment in our show, and we're about to let you go. This is a segment in our show that you give your final shout outs. Like I said, it's going to be rebroadcast at midnight on Radio 17, and I'll leave the link and everything in the group, and we'll also rebroadcast it at noon tomorrow. But is there any shout outs you want to leave? Anything you want to put out there, man?
Man, it's tough, man. You put me on the spot, man. But the shout outs I'm going to give, the first one, I know this is going to sound cliche, but I really mean this, man. The first one definitely goes to God, because it's been many times I know I should have been dead and gone. And I don't mean, not even in the streets. I've never been a street person or nothing like that. Just in a car accident or this and that or whatever. And then, you know, in 2020, at the end of 2024, I had blood clots and didn't even know. I was hooping, didn't even know. Just like, oh man, I'm tired, you know. So, and I'm still here, so I know it's for a reason. So that's my first part. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, man, we all don't know when your day is, and you know whatever you're supposed to do or why you're here. My second shout out is definitely you know, I'm gonna say both of my parents, because I wouldn't be here without them. So my mother or my father, but my mother is definitely she can be nerve wracking, but I know she mean well. You know what I'm saying? I know she mean well. And then of course, again, to anybody that has my back, that whether they're friends or anything like that, or family members, and of course to every owner in the MPL, because I know that they, like I said, they push this forward. But even when I'm weary sometimes, they like, hey, no, you gotta go. And I sit back and think like, okay. Because there's been times I was like, you know what, I ain't gotta do this. I can fly the world and enjoy myself. But I like, the owners, man, it's a lot of owners that, like, when I say, they know, come on, and they help and pour into this whole thing. So like when you said you were our league, you were right. That's why I was waiting. I was going to correct you. You were right. Our league is just me back. I don't sit here and just say it's just me. It's not. Nobody can say it. Nobody in the world has done anything by themselves. You at some point, at some time, you needed some help, and you got to give, like you said, shout out to those people that have paid in. So anybody that, I don't care if I was 7, 8, 12, 15, all the way up to 9, you've done something for me to help me in anything, not just this basketball thing. But shout out to you. I appreciate you.
That's awesome, man. We blessed to have you here, man. And man, look, stop by anytime, man. You want to get on and just talk some sports, and we talk about life, we talk about politics. You know, we keep it real around here, man.
Y'all don't want these problems, man. I'm trying to be. I be chill. Hey. This gave y'all the mild me today. This is the mild sauce.
Hey, look, I will ask every question there need to be. And
come.
So come on,
okay.
Come on.
Yeah, like you see what we were starting on with, you know, who's really the rookie of the year in 2023, 2004. You know, 2003,
that's political too. So,
okay, yeah. I'm gonna leave with this one. Wasn't it? Shouldn't it have been Chris Paul? Maybe. No.
Well, in 2003, no, because he was a few years after.
2003.
Ain't that when he came in?
No, that was the D-Wade, Chris Bosh, LeBron class, Melo class.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so he was a few years after. That was like Charlie Villanueva, Raymond Felton. Those guys were in that class.
Oh, then Raymond Felton should have been MVP.
Or Rookie of the Year. Oh, man.
I mean, Rookie, yeah. No, let me stop. Look,
look. Hey, look. Don't let us do our homework, because it's over with. You come back. We're gonna put you on the chopping block.
I know, right? I'm just joking, man. No, I'm joking.
Let me ask you this real before we leave. Sebastian Telfair, right?
Oh man, I'm muting my mic.
You asking me?
Yeah. But who's the better can I put this? How can I put this?
Based
Would
on
you
preference.
Yeah, based on preference, who would you draft first? Sebastian Telfair or Kingston Flemings? Kingston Flemings from U of H.
I don't know who that is.
You know?
Who did he play for? Besides, did he go to the Kingston? Who?
Kingston Flemings. He just got drafted by the Atlanta Hawks.
Oh, just now. There's this draft.
Yeah.
Oh, to be honest, I haven't watched a lot of college ball this past year or anything like that. So I don't even know to rate the young man and Sebastian. Did they kind of play alike?
Well, we had a little debate the other night, and I was like, man, look, I'll choose Kingston Flemings because Telfair can't shoot. But we was told he was a good scorer. I'm like, but he couldn't shoot.
This is the thing. Let me ask you this, because Kingston, he's just coming out of college, right? So we ain't seen him shoot in the NBA yet. So can he shoot? College, that's different.
He shot very well in college. So I mean, I'm thinking that's going to translate because his range wasn't at the college line. He has nice range. Yeah, his range was beyond college line.
Okay. All right. Well,
in my description of Sebastian Telfair before, we had to actually look him up to get detailed information on him, spot on. And I was told I was wrong.
Yeah. It was a huge argument.
I was literally told I was wrong.
It was a huge argument
accurate.
At the end of the last session. It was a huge argument at the end of the last show that we had. And
yeah, if you listen to it, it was a whole debacle, man.
It wasn't Trustee. It was James Boogie.
James Boog, my co-host with my show.
Yeah.
Or our show,
not my show. It was just crazy. It was crazy. But look, man, we're not going to hold you. We appreciate you. And I want to say to everybody, man, look, I appreciate y'all tuning in and everything. This will be rebroadcast at midnight. And just in case you don't know where you at.
When the weekend turns to Monday and the clock strikes 9, we're bringing you a message that'll stand the test of time. We got the wisdom in the building, keeping everything secure. A late night conversation that is positive and pure. Turn your radio up, tell your family and your friends. This is where the true community connection begins. It's a place for inspiration, it's a place for real talk. The most uplifting hour on your late night walk. Trustee Sean P, Deacon King Ace, and your host, Reverend Larry. The mic is live right now.
Again, we appreciate everybody coming out. We want to thank Aramis, the owner, the commissioner of MBL, and we are out.
Let's go.